They're hanging my head up. No, I ain't gonna do it. Not for this. I just refuse to get. I am disappointed because the 49ers. You and I both know. Well, honestly, you and I who are honest know the 49ers can play better ball than that. So it's okay. It's okay. As a matter of fact, I enjoyed the fact that Brock got into situations and mess that he did, and maybe Carver and I talked to him at the half, and remember I said, you know what? Even if the 49ers will lose today, I'm not going to get mad about that because the Ravens will never beat the 49ers 2 times in one season. I got a feeling the Ravens are going to slip into the Super Bowl. And I know we're going. No, hell yeah. There's no NFC team that's going to play like that. The Ravens had the perfect formula to beat the 49ers today. They choked the 49ers out because the offensive line could not deal with their defensive line. And we did everything we could to help them win that game. 1 PI, 1 flag, just strange flags. It was just the whole game. So you've seen 49ers play better football than that. I've seen them play better football than that. I am not going to get overly concerned about this loss. Real quick tonight, family. By the way, Brock Purdy, Week 16 MVP effort, boosted or deflated? No. Brock Purdy's just been in the league for a little while. Had he been a polished veteran or something like that, that's seen all this, done that, yeah, maybe I'd probably. I'm really not usually the kind of guy that slams quarterbacks unless there's really a good, solid reason. But Brock Purdy just passed over 4,000 yards. And so on the season, to condemn him for this one outing, don't include me in that group. No kind of way. Brock Purdy's still my guy. He's going to grow. He's going to get better from this experience, and he's going to be okay. Right now, he's probably on the phone with guys like Zach Wilson and was it Bryce over with the Panthers. Hey, guys, I know what it feels like now to not having an offensive line protection, man. You got my sympathies. So anyway, hang in there. We'll be okay. God, they were all over Brock. I've never seen him get – I've never seen the offensive line look as bad as they did today. But Brock still gets a D. I'm going to go ahead and give him a D. Also, Kyle Shanahan prep and play calling. I don't know that it seemed like Kyle didn't know this defense, and he sort of did – he did things right into the teeth of that defense. They're good at midfield coverage, very good, because they got 2 good linebackers. Unless this is the only thing Kyle could come up with. Our receivers are choking and missing balls when Brock wasn't throwing the ball in the right place. So he did have something to do with that. That's why I gave him a D. But Kyle, that's not the game plan you run against the Orioles. Oh, I'm sorry. The Ravens. Offensive standouts. Ayuk would have got it had he scored one more time. We're going to give that out. But really, let's not give any offensive standouts because we had too many problems. Trent Williams when he left, I didn't even know when he left. Did Trent leave in the 3rd or early in the 4th? I didn't even know. Defensive stars. Man, we had more guys screwing up out there today. Good God, there were no defensive stars. And no game ball handout today. My Lord, that was terrible. Just awful. So 49ers get, and the 49ers know it. They're sitting in the locker room saying, because I see George. Did you see, not George, but Fred. Fred was, remember that dive over the middle Fred did? Fred, what the hell are you doing? Fred came back and laughed. I said, you guys collectively know you're screwing up, right? What are you doing? So the 49ers didn't really come with their heart in this game. I don't know if they didn't take this team seriously, but you got to take the Ravens seriously. They're 11-3. And every team that's come in with a big bad record, we beat the hell out of them. You got to have those every now and then. There he is.
Merry Christmas, Ronbo, first of all. I just wanted to say that.
Thanks, Darius. Merry Christmas to you, fam.
Second, this game was quite amusing.
Wasn't it?
Outside that first interception, the other interceptions are like whatever. The second one was a hell of a play that got tipped. You never see that ball when it gets tipped get picked off. Really? The third interception, Kyle Hamilton gets pancaked, gets on the ground, runs up there, the ball gets tipped, and he's there again. The fourth interception, his hand gets hit as he's throwing it. It gets picked off. It's whatever. You just take this game and you flush it.
I did.
And despite all that, we're down 4th in the going into the half. If we'd be down by 1 if you don't let Lamar Jackson get 50 yards on a scramble on 3rd and 16.
And remember the penalty got in there as well to help him out. Yeah,
right, exactly. Yeah. So like, I mean, you just take this game and flush it. I mean, there's not much. I think we take those turnovers away. I think it's a different game because I thought coming out we completely had that Ravens offense stopped. I mean, I think going into the half they were averaging 3.5 yards a play to our 8.
Yeah.
And it was just the turnovers that was keeping them in the game.
Yep.
Other than that, I mean, there's not much. We still going to end up in that 1 seed. We still going to end up in the Super Bowl, and we going to play them. Luckily, when we play them, they're not going to have like proper tape on us because we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. So we can actually catch them by surprise. At least that's like the only
Detroit versus everybody.
Wait. Here's the thing. Detroit is like hoping to win next week so they can get the first seed. I think no. Somebody said we get the top seed. No, even if we win out.
As long as if we win out, we get top seed no matter what. So
yeah. And by the way, in Detroit, the Pistons have set a new record on how bad a basketball team can be. Okay, go ahead, fam.
I was just saying, we're gonna get that 1 seed and we're gonna beat what I think we have no problems in the NFC. And going into this game, my only concern was we're now 1-3 against teams in the AFC North. And I just think that because AFC North is physical football, and I think what Niners are. I mean, they're obviously a physical team. I think the most physical team. But when you have teams that can also play physical, I think it gives the Niners a little bit of problems. So that's something to look out for. But other than that, you just take this game, you flush it, win out, go into the Super Bowl, and we don't worry about the Ravens in about a month or two. So not really tripping about this.
Yeah.
Other than that, wish you a good rest of your night. Merry Christmas.
You too,
have a good one, Ronbo.
You too, fam. Night. We'll be okay. And Chapin says this was Shanahan's fault. He got pass happy. He should have ran the ball more. It's like he tried to make Purdy the MVP in this game. Good point, Chapin. Although we did try to run the ball, we got beat up. You got to have a good offensive line. The offensive line took the night off. And whoever was there after everybody left, it just got terrible. Hey, Jack.
Just a sloppy-ass, booty-ass game, man. Merry Christmas to everybody, to all the loyal ones that are still calling in after a game like this. You know what I'm saying? The eye manipulation, I think Ronbo will understand this from Kyle Hamilton, when at the safety, who the first interception, he eye manipulated our quarterback, Brock Purdy. How? Because he saw how Purdy was trying to eye manipulate this way, and then bang, went to Debo. But he went out wide, Ronbo, and then cut back in. You know what I'm saying?
Timing.
Eye manipulation from a safety. Yeah. And you play the same position as me. That was excellent on him. Can't wait for the rematch in the Super Bowl because we're gonna face these dudes again. And guess what? We're gonna have Eric Armstead against their run. So look out for that too. He is a big factor having a deep tackle that can actually help us in the run game and stuff. But man, everything was just booty, man. Even Wisnowski got that flag.
I know. What was that?
What the hell? God damn. You know what I'm saying? Nothing went our way, man. And when things were going our way, either Debo dropped the ball, Kittle dropped the ball.
And George had trouble handling the ball all day. Every catch George made.
Yeah, man.
George,
dudes got hurt and all this stuff. But hey, man, I'm just saying, man, we still got the number 1 seed, and you know what I'm saying, we're going to the damn bowl. I'm just looking for McVay to watch this game. He's licking his chops because when we play the Rams, guys, watch out for multiple blitz packaging. So, I just see this dude just trying to make Purdy uncomfortable as hell because they are, fighting to stay in the playoffs as a wild card position. So something to look out for, man. It's that last game. I'm not worried about the Commanders, but damn, man, what a fucking game. God damn, I thought Sam Darnold would at least, get that touchdown, throw it to Ayuk, man. You're doing good with Ayuk. Throw it. He was alone in the end. Oh, man, he took the sack. But, hey, it is what it is. I was hoping at least to get that 26 number so we could say, okay, all right, now we got something to look, out for, but in the Super Bowl rematch. But man,
they'll never,
you know what I'm
hey
saying?
Jack,
Just
they
one
will
of them.
never beat the 49ers twice in 1 year. I don't believe it. That's why I was kind of feeling, okay, we'll see you guys in a few weeks.
But hey, man, Merry Christmas, man, and shit, it is what it is, man. On to the next one, and fuck it, man. Let's just lock up this number 1 seed, Ronbo. God bless you, and you know what I'm saying? Here we go, man. Just another day, baby. You know what I'm saying? Number 1 seed still in the house. Let's go to the bowl, baby, and shock the world.
Yeah.
All right, baby.
Jack, Merry
Peace.
Christmas, my man. All right. Night, Jack.
God
Good
bless
day,
you.
Jack.
All right,
Jack's
bye.
starting his day. Bye. And Champagne said McCaffrey did well early in the game, but Shanahan's plan was to have a shootout. Just like our last Super Bowl appearance, McCaffrey is your MVP. And, this is one of those outlier games. The 49ers can play better ball than that. And there was no discipline out there. The flags were killing me more than everything else they did. The 49ers will be fine. I ain't even worried about that. We got another one here? No. Okay. Jason Ronald, hey, don't know what's up with Fred Warner all season. Those ring around the rosy failed tackles. That's a good way to describe it. Fred wraps himself around and around and loses it. I think his podcasts are distracting him. Well, okay, I don't want to say anything about Fred, but I noticed those tackles too, Jason. Thanks for the contribution. Fred, what are you doing? I mean, what is that? And Fred lost his mind on that dive across the. You know you're not allowed to do that, Fred. And if you don't time it just right, of course you're going to get a flag. Oh, man. Okay. Tony.
Ronbo.
Tony. Come on in, Tony. We haven't had this kind of conversation in a long time. We've had Victory Monday after Victory Monday after Victory Monday and Victory Tuesday. And this week, oh, my God. We played some bad
I knew
football.
this was going to happen.
Did you?
I knew it was going to happen.
Oh, man.
I knew it.
Well, you're right.
Lamar Jackson is 19-1 against the NFC.
20.
Shanahan, 20 now. We're healthy.
God. Wow.
You don't take that into account when you're looking at tape and coaching and doing this and that. You don't think this guy's a dangerous dude, and you're going to play like that in the Super Bowl? Kiss your Super Bowl fucking goodbye.
They'll have a better plan. Kyle, I don't know what he was thinking. That offensive plan was stupid.
I mean, first drive, they go down the field, pass. You're 10 yards out. Run the goddamn ball.
Exactly.
All right, you passed it all the way to here. Run it in. That would have made all the difference. Just
and let Jordan Mason do it. No,
mate, they played like a bag of shit. They deserved everything they got.
They did.
Shout out to the bloody Lamar Jackson. Yeah, the great game.
Yeah.
And if the 49ers think they're going to play like, and I heard you guys talking the other day, dynasty and all this bullshit. How many times have I said to you, Ronbo, you ain't got no dynasty if you've got no O-line. All right? Forget about it.
I thought about that weeks ago, too. They got to do something about that offensive
The kid's under pressure all the time. He's running around, running for his life. Lamar Jackson's dancing around in the backfield there. Going, hey, dude, yeah, someone's open. Whoa, duck.
We got him.
See you later. You know what I mean? You need that O-line. I'm not going to blame Brock for that game. I don't care how many interceptions he threw.
No quarterback's going to survive that. He's done well with that so far. Yeah.
To me, that was the biggest game of the year. And how does some of the boys that ring up here and say, if you want to beat a man, you got to beat the man. Well, you didn't beat the man today. You made a complete fool out of yourselves.
Yeah. You know what, Tony? Is there any doubt in anybody's mind about what the first-round pick's going to be for the 49ers? You get the best offensive lineman. And matter of fact, get an offensive lineman in the second round, too, damn it. My God.
And the only thing that pisses me off, Ronbo, is I wasted a whole day when I could have done something better watching that game.
It was stupid. I mean, it's ridiculous. That is Jesus.
I mean, I was ready to become like one of those Cowboy fans and rip the TV off the wall and just throw it out the backyard.
They looked unprepared, Tony. I mean, because Shanahan knows that secondary, that's what they feed on.
Not Shanahan, Chokerhan. All right, that's a big game. Big games, You know what happens with him? He chokes.
I
You got to
mean,
prove it. He still hasn't proved it.
Yeah. The monkey's still on his back.
Still hasn't proved it. Keep that in the back of your mind. He still hasn't proved it.
Well, I think he's going to get his chance. I don't see anybody in the NFC doing what happened today. But you know what? If he sees the Ravens, we're all going to be I'm going to be scared. Because, Kyle, I hope you're ready for this
I
time.
want to see these people. If we make it to the Super Bowl, I don't want to play the Ravens.
I think it's going to be them. I don't see anybody beating the Ravens. Well, you know what? Who's over there? The Bengals are out. Miami maybe.
Beat the Cowboys.
Yeah. Well, everybody beats the Cowboys.
Yeah, now.
Tony, we're gonna let me see. You know what? I'll be back tomorrow, and let's continue railing on our team because that was just strange. All right.
That was ridiculous. All right, Ronbo. Shout out to everybody. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Christmas,
not that merry at the moment, but
No,
for all it's worth.
Strange.
And Chokerhand needs to have a good look at himself, go back, just watch the tape and come up with a different game plan. Get some O-linemen. Jesus Christ.
God. All right, Tony. Have a great day.
All right,
Appreciate
brother.
you. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Brian says, tough game, but no worries. We're the best team in the NFC. Nobody is beating us. That's true, but I wanted to know if we could beat the Ravens today, and we got a demonstration of pathetic. I mean, it was just strange. People, Kyle was caught on camera third quarter saying that's game. GB, it could be that Kyle knew what I knew, as the 49ers they're not in the mode. They're just not in it. Oh, Cujo Bamjame. I love his name. I've not said it in a long time. Cujo. Brock Purdy MVP is pretty much over. Oh, yeah, no, he can't get it now. Can you imagine how many people are sighing a breath of relief? If he wins that game today, he is the undisputed MVP. But no, this had to happen. So now Lamar, who was also a part of that conversation, it'll give it to him now for sure. Bill.
All right, I'm gonna go like this. I tried to find Kyle on Messenger, and I just couldn't. I couldn't find him.
He's at.
I sent out a request to Kyle, and it has the Niners on there on my page. So Kyle, if you got my request, hit me up. Mine's Go 49ers 2010. Hit me up on Facebook. Like I said, on the update on that situation with my ex, not too long after I got off with you, she tried to take her life. Did I tell you about that?
No, we've not talked since then.
Yeah, she tried to take her life, and because she didn't want to leave, she told her dad to go home. She didn't want to leave. She was changing her mind, and she tried to take her life. And her dad came up here when I had to end up calling the ambulance and then try to start things up because her dad don't like me. He never liked me. He's racist. And then tried to tell the cops that I beat her up when there was no bruises on her, and she even told them that happened. So that got shook up, and I had really bad Christmas. So just waiting for everything to get taken care of and send her property with him, and she's going to be gone. But she might be admitted to the unit for a while.
Oh, gosh. You can't make this stuff up.
So
this is just awful.
Her dad is really controlling and abusive, and he don't like it like me, and he did it with her exes too. So, I just speaking to one of her family members, I'm not putting it out there, but I heard a lot about what he's done. He's actually cost two people they're alive, but pretty much he got them accused for crimes they didn't do and ruined their lives.
Yeah. Well, things can be very strange in the lifetime of one person's. The path can be loaded with a lot of garbage. Bill, I don't know. It's you just got to somehow shake this off and move on.
Yeah,
it's gonna be time.
I am, and I don't think we'll see the Ravens. I do actually see them getting eliminated. I took a few of their losses. Tried to run back, and actually one of the teams right now that I think gave them a loss this year was the Colts. I think I could be wrong.
That's one team, and also the Browns, which is like if we would have played some defense tonight. Oh God!
Right. So, I don't think that the Ravens will will make it to the Super Bowl by how they showed. Because we almost came back on them with our backup. Sam was doing good in the end. I never seen Sam play this good. Yes, he did bad at the end, but we had no linemen, man, you know?
Hey, people got to recognize the quarterback can be Superman. If he doesn't have any protection to do what he's supposed to do, he's going to get crushed.
Right.
It doesn't matter who it is. That's why
when we had Banks in, he was starting to rock, and I'm like, oh no, are we going to come back on these guys? And
losing Banks and Williams, and then Moore gets taken out. I said, what the God? What the? Oh, this game's over. I think. Hey, when did Moore go out? That's when Kyle probably said the game is over. He knew he had no more offensive linemen.
Right.
Anyway, Bill, we got it.
Trying to block them. I don't think we'll see the Ravens. And I'm going to tell you what, if we win we beat Washington, and the Cardinals somehow can do a miracle and beat the Eagles next week,
we still got,
and the Cowboys can.
Yeah, we still got home field as long as we win out. But we're gonna have to go though. You know how we do after the game.
I know, but you don't want to put Seattle in the game. You don't want to put Seattle in the playoffs.
No, I don't mind. Yeah, no, please.
I don't.
If we'd had anybody to deal with the Rams and the Hawks, I would love it. Bill, we really got to go though. Listen, hang in there. Give me a call tomorrow.
A 49er shout out, and we should be winning next week and the week after.
Oh, that's scratchy there. It's screaming long. Bill.
But I did call it, Ronbo. I said we were going to lose.
Yeah, you were right. Okay. All right, Bill. See you tomorrow. Happy Christmas, if you can.
You too. Right. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thanks.
All the Niner fan out there.
Stephen Castro. He's got that number 1 up there. Yeah. See, fam, there's nothing to be ashamed of, right? This is why I'm not in a bad mood. You know what? Okay, they lost the game. They lost in an ugly fashion, but still, 49ers are bad mofos. I ain't. Evan!
What's up, Ronbo?
Yuletide interruption, but you know. Evan, what are your thoughts on this game? Because a lot of people condemn the 49ers. They're benching Brock Purdy. Some guys were actually putting out trades. I figure, since we don't see these people all the time, they're not 49er fans. They're in there posing as. But what are you thinking, Evan?
Well, Ronbo, the way I look at it is, it just wasn't our day. The ball was bouncing funny ways.
There you go.
This loss doesn't affect our seeding or, it would have been nice to close it out against the Commanders, but we'll just have a chance to close it out against the Rams.
And I love that.
To get the number 1 seed. And, it just wasn't our night. You can tell from that first, when we got the safety, it was just going to be, it was going to be a weird night. Like the ball was doing funny things.
But we did that before, Evan.
And
we snapped out of it. Did not snap out of it tonight.
Yeah.
We progressively got worse. They didn't feel like playing today.
But Ronald, once the ball got batted and, the safety just happened to be standing in the backfield, you just knew it wasn't going to be our night, and then you got Vinovich on top of that.
I know.
Vinovich.
I saw his face. I didn't know he was going to be the refereeing crew. I said, oh my God, it's Vinovich.
And watching the play calling, Ronbo, Kyle was just doing vanilla stuff because I didn't see any, I think he ran one of those, the orbit motions that we run. He did it once with McCaffrey, and usually that's a Debo play. I didn't see one screen. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 screens with Debo. And I don't know. I just feel like
Evan,
either he's saving something.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you think? Because I have a feeling the NFC, there's nothing about nobody can stop the 49ers in the NFC. I have a feeling that the Ravens are going to win the AFC. If that's the case, I bet you're right. Kyle did not expose his hand.
I mean, I want to think that, but at the same time, when, we had a chance to
close the season out, I know.
I mean, that, and we could have at least put another touchdown on the board. It was 2nd and 1 on the goal line, and he threw it twice, and Donald got sacked, And McCaffrey was still in, so it's like, just put in Mason and just pound it twice, and if we don't get it, we don't get it. But
he's lucky. We're lucky he took Brock out. Brock got blasted too.
don't send in a second string quarterback with no O line to go throw it twice. Like, come on, like. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much of a mastermind he is. Maybe he set this up.
You know
I mean,
that?
I tell myself that to feel better.
Yeah, well, you got to do that. And I did not see execution tonight. I seen Brock throw a few uncharacteristically bad throws. I seen some drops. You know, even if the ball wasn't right on the money, the 49ers still make those kind of catches, right? So I'm sitting there thinking,
Yeah.
Okay, guys, go home to your families, man. Merry Christmas, 49ers, because you ain't serious.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, picks are going to happen. I mean, Mahomes, I think, had 3 today, and they couldn't do nothing against the Raiders, you know. So it's just a weird day of football. The guys probably wanted to be home with their families. You know, it is what it is. But we still control our own destiny, so we just got to lock in, hopefully get our guys back healthy, and keep our heads down and keep moving.
Yeah.
Learn from the tape, you know. Hopefully they have this feeling, you know, the bad taste in their mouth for a few weeks, and
yeah, right. Take advantage of the playoffs. Stay pissed.
Yeah, they go on another 5-6 game winning streak, you know,
which would be perfect.
Yeah, exactly. So keep your head up, everyone. It's just a season game, you know. We're still 11-4, which is a really, really good record, you know.
I'll take 13.
I think
no problem.
Yeah, so we'll be all right.
Yeah. All right, fam. Happy holidays.
All right, have a good night. Happy holidays. We'll see you next time.
Be back to see you tomorrow. We're going to go over
Shout
the
out to
injury report.
the regular crew.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, Evan.
See you, Roman.
You too. See you again. Stephen Castro says every quarterback who beat the 49ers was injured at some point in the season.
I was in the bathroom.
Well, every quarterback was injured at some. Well, has Lamar missed a game this year? I thought. Has LeBron missed a game this year? I thought he's went all the way. Anyway, all right, Stephen. Thanks. I thought he hadn't been out all year for the first time in a long time. Because Lamar's usually gone by now. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, I know. What a bad loss. Oh, my God.
Well.
Bad enough.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We look, I tell you this. Purdy looked awful. It looked like a real college quarterback just coming out there.
I mean, he looked pedestrian.
He looked like a bust.
He looked like a rookie, is what he looked like. Yeah, he
looked like a rookie. One of my friends on the phone says, I could have played better. Oh, yeah, I could have played better than Purdy today. Yeah, right. Purdy was throwing balls all over the place. I think he was nervous. I could tell he was shaking.
Well, that offensive line.
He was nervous.
He had no protection, Michael.
Offensive line wasn't good enough. Injuries, man. The guys were going down left and right. Williams went down, Banks went down, and now the other guy went down. Who's next?
That's why I'm glad Brock made
It's like playing dominoes.
There was no next.
Playing dominoes.
Jalen, what's his name, came out there, and they killed him too.
And they had no offensive line. I'm like, they're going to take a guy from defense and put him on offense. You know? You think of that.
They got rid of an offensive lineman.
What would they do with...
What's his name, Matt Pryor?
Yeah.
They got rid of Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they got rid of Pryor yesterday?
Yep.
Yes. You know what? This is a jinx. Pryor probably prayed for this to happen. God.
I mean, right now, thank God we're the number 1 seed. The Eagles are number 2. The Lions are number 3. But we're definitely going to win the next 2.
Well, they better.
The Rams, I know they're going to play the Braves. They better, or I say forget the playoffs. We lose, that's it. We're done. If we don't win those next 2 games, I can say we'll go in and go out. I mean, that's what I feel like. I feel like, something's going to happen. Either A, we're going to win it. If we win the next 2, okay. I mean, I'm praying to God we don't get knocked out in the playoffs because I'm still worried about the Eagles. I know we beat them bad, but you know what? Remember, we only played them once. Sometimes teams, if we beat them once, they can beat us again. I mean, Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals are different ballgames.
When the 49ers get the butt beat, the next team they play is in trouble, especially if they're healthy. And I don't know if Trent Williams coming back.
Redskins are in trouble. The Redskins, they got there. I mean, we'll probably kill them. I mean, we already beat. Commanders are. I mean, they lost to the Jets. Imagine that. They were up big against the Jets, and the Jets beat them.
The Commanders?
Yep. Yeah, the Jets beat the Commanders.
Oh, I think they got rid of all their people. The Commanders are looking to restructure that team. So I'm not. The Rams, though, that's so many. Because the Rams, everybody's talking about the Rams now. Yeah, so let's beat them.
But I think we'll beat the Rams. Rams, I mean, I know they want to play their life or death. They want to win this game against us, the last game, because they want to get in. Because if we beat them, they don't go in.
Revenge will be sweet. Yeah. I'll consider that a revenge move. Hey, Rams, remember that playoff game 2 years ago? Now we got your butt back. Go home and stay there.
Go home. Stay in L.A. Stay in L.A. And Seattle, stay in Seattle. I mean, I know Sharon, our 249er female, fan. I mean, I know it's tough, man. But you know what? We got the risk, and we got the Washington next. I mean, we just got to take this loss like anything.
Huh.
I mean, I like to know all the teams that Baltimore beat in our division. Were there any blowouts that they beat anybody in our NFC West blowouts?
No, not. They didn't beat anybody like they beat us.
No. Oh, anybody could have beat us today. The dogs could have beat us.
You're right.
I said, run those dogs to the place. Debo used to sit out, let those dogs run the ball, let them run the route. Those dogs should run the route. They're pretty fast. And the ball, they never ran. No, those dogs you saw at the 49ers game. Yeah, we could hand the ball. They probably could have scored. And they would have got a nice chunk of touchdown.
Well, we'll find out next week if they recover from this. They got to recover from this.
But I think the MVP is going to go Lamar Jackson. I think hands down. He's not getting it.
No
it's
doubt
going to be
about it.
Lamar. Forget about CMC. Forget about Purdy. Lamar Jackson's MVP for 2023.
No doubt.
I mean, next year we'll hope that one of our guys get it, but it's going to be Lamar Jackson. Purdy and CMC won't. CMC had a great year this year, but Lamar's up on the top of the mountain now.
Yeah, and he was in the conversation. He was in the conversation. It's fine.
If CMC
Michael,
somehow beats them.
Yeah, we got to go. I'll be back tomorrow.
All right, buddy.
And,
we'll have a good Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a good Merry Christmas, Ronbo.
Yeah, thanks.
You too,
man.
buddy.
All right. Night, Mike. And let's go to a boom, 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 boom. George of the jungle, friends to you and me. Ah, boom! Watch out for that tree. Boom, 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 boom. George, I really love when you come in just so I can go through that.
I love it too, man.
Time.
I love it.
Well, George, it's not a good occasion, though. It is Christmas, but the 49ers came in and just smelled up the entire arena. And you still smell a stench all the way out on 101. That was just really strange. But go ahead.
First of all, Merry Christmas to you, your staff, and all the faithful out there. The Niners were in a festive spirit. They just kept giving presents all day. I think... I honestly think that Shanahan should have benched Purdy, and I don't mean like him bench him the next couple games or any of that, but
just today.
When someone's having an off game, they're having an off game. Just like in hockey, after they score 4 goals on you right away, they take you out as a goalie. So I think similar, they should have done that with Purdy, because if you saw what Darnold was doing, he was connecting. And still releasing the ball pretty quickly. But other than that, man, I honestly had us losing. I played pick'em, and I actually had us losing this game, yes. And I'm happy with this loss. I really am. And the reason being is because we saw how good the Ravens are. We should have lost the way the Cowboys, the Eagles lost to us. Got really smoked. But we didn't. We still, kept it in there. After 5 turnovers like that, it should have been a big score.
Because, George, I wasn't all that impressed with their offense. I really wasn't. I mean, they made a couple of good plays here and there. But I said, you know what? They're okay. But offensively, they got a lot left to be desired. 49ers did all they could to help them with that game. Those penalties and PIs and weird things that the 49ers don't normally do. They were so undisciplined today. 14 of those points were uncalled for that the 49ers gave up. You know what?
Yeah.
Guys, do you want to lose?
And obviously,
you're gonna lose.
Obviously we lost. We saw the game. We lost pretty fair and square. But one thing that does, piss me off is that you're watching the game, you see the holding penalties called against us and stuff like that, but
not against
our
them.
defense got held. Yeah, our defense got held all game.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
There was no calls on them, you know. But it is what it is, you know. Like they always say, you know, just play your game, and hopefully we can still come out and not only beat the team but beat the refs as well. But this shouldn't be a blame on the refs. A lot of missed tackles and on important downs, you know. So I think it's a good loss. We don't want to go with that streak and then, you know, losing the playoffs. We should get a loss, you know, during the season and then go full mode in the playoffs. So
yeah, you know,
I think we'll bounce back, man.
I agree with that. The 49ers losing this game, it's okay. I know, because normally they'll regroup and they'll come back a little better, like they did last time after those 3 losses we had. We were straight nails after that. So, yeah, that's fine, because they need to humble up. The 49ers are so good that I think sometimes they get a little full of themselves. Now they'll refocus. You guys are human, all right? You got to work hard. You got to stay disciplined and on point. So, yeah, you're right.
Just one of the things before I go, last point, is I would like Kyle Shanahan to actually take accountability sometimes. You know, like he was in the podium and, he said if it wasn't for those 3 turnovers and the penalty calls, well, if it wasn't for your play calling as well, you know, we could have probably had a chance in this game. You know, we could have probably still lost, but we would have had a better chance. And
you know what, George?
Like one of the callers said, you know, he was trying to show that Purdy is an MVP.
Yeah.
Instead of running the ball down their throat, because as you saw, they weren't stopping the run.
No, but you know what? Kyle's right about the turnovers. You can't lose the turnover battle. You're gonna lose games like that. I don't care who you play every time. George, we got to go though. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Hope you got some time.
For sure, man.
All right.
And thank you for the intro. Merry Christmas to all of you. Have a good night.
Merry Christmas, George. Night. Hey, Brad.
Down their throat because you saw they weren't.
Brad, you got a speaker open. You probably should.
What's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, Brad. Come on in, man. It's the first time. This is the first loss we've ever had. I feel nothing, actually. I mean, but Brad, how you feeling about this game and some of the things that took place here?
Obviously not good. It was a tough loss. We just got outplayed. That simple. They were just a better team tonight. Brock struggled. I've never seen him that rattled in his career, but
I know, right?
We just got gut punched. And in a way, obviously it's tough because you never want your team to lose, but I feel like it's better for us. I didn't want to go into the playoffs with our heads high, and like with our heads high and then cocky, and then we just like slip up to a bad team that we shouldn't lose to. But it's a reality check, and I want to see how we answer next week against Washington. We should win, but that Rams game will be tough. I think they'll be fighting for their playoff lives, and
and they're playing pretty good now too. Not great, but pretty good.
One thing I do want to emphasize, the loss of Eric Armstead this week was huge.
Juwan Jennings.
Their run numbers, their run numbers weren't amazing, but I feel like every time they run the ball, they get 5 to 6 yards every time. He's like the heart and soul of our defense.
Every time.
So it was a tough loss from Eric, but I think we'll be all right. We just got to fix simple mistakes. Brock can't turn the ball over. You're not going to win a game when your quarterback has 4 interceptions, but I think we'll bounce back. We'll be all right.
Brad, on that subject though, how do you, when you got the offensive line that we have, you got a young quarterback that's just developing. I've been trying to think of ways that you could put him in position so he wouldn't have to suffer so much. Brock suffered every week, and this is the first week he fell down, but he's been under siege since he came into the season. And I'm trying to figure out to see a defensive line like that one again. I don't know that we will, but what are you going to do? I really wish Kyle could come up with something from that.
I felt like more of those turnovers were like he was getting pressured like on like 3 of those last 3 picks. He got hit, and then I felt like he was getting pressured every play. It was tough.
He was every week.
It was more the Ravens' defense than Brock himself. Like I feel like that first pick was him, but those other 3 were like tipped up in the air.
Yeah, you're right about that first one.
Like the pocket was collapsing, and it's tough when they're the best defense in the league. The Ravens are definitely the best defense in the league right now. They're playing like it,
Yeah.
and they showed it tonight. They made Brock look like a rookie. So it was. I think Brock will be all right though.
No, he
bounce
learned.
back game next week.
Good learning. Lots of teachable moments.
You can get his revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Young too. But yeah, man, it's a wake up call. Let's hope they get back on their feet.
Yeah, because they can't play any worse. I mean, they could, but I hope they don't. But they couldn't play any worse than they did today. So, and they'll look at themselves. Every guy will come refocus, reprogram. I know every time when I played ball, every time I got a butt beat, I couldn't wait to play again. I'm sure they're thinking the same thing. They think that's who we are? Yeah, let's go. So, they'll be all right. I'm pretty sure. All right.
Yeah.
Tell you what, hey, Brad, I'll be back tomorrow and we continue to dissect this game. All right?
All right, Ronbo. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Brad. Talk to you later. And Jonathan Diaz, Maya Goisha, Maya Okiata. How do I pronounce that one? Jonathan's extra contribution. Appreciate that, fam. The 49ers are now 0-37 under Kyle Shanahan when trailing by 8+ points in the fourth quarter. That's a lot of times, too. In the regular season and the playoffs. Why did we not run to the left? I don't. When Kyle's doing these things, I just don't fully understand what is he thinking on sideline. Because I've read up on Kyle before he came here and how his mind works. I don't know what he was thinking. I can't figure this one out. So, yeah, Jonathan, I guess, I don't know. Matty S., come on in, fam.
Hey, brother.
Hey, Matty. Merry Christmas.
You too. Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat. Everybody but Texas boy.
I know. Guy loses. And did you see what's going on with Micah? Micah came in and shot a dig at Brock Purdy. I said, oh, Micah, what's up with that? Oh. Yeah, you see that? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I said, wow. Micah's just so sensitive.
Ronbo. I'm telling you, dude, tonight was a textbook. Was like a textbook showing of like how to lose a game.
Yeah, we showed how to do that.
By your own accord. Like we lost that game ourselves, dude. Like
I thought so.
The Ravens played pretty decent, but we handed ourselves our own loss, dude.
Agree.
Straight up.
3 turnovers?
100%.
Come on, Niners. Oh, you're giving all them turnovers. And then you got the flags added to that, too.
Penalties.
Oh, yeah. How do you expect to win like that?
Jeez. You can't win like that. It's just not – you can't win like that. Yeah, like – and then it's like if you put Sam Darnold in, like when do you put him in? Like maybe halfway through that third quarter?
Yeah. 6 minutes or so left. Yeah.
My goodness, man. I don't really blame him for his interception, man. He was just trying to cram some stuff in there so we could score at the last minute.
That was basically a Hail Mary.
Had more time and less. I feel like if he'd had a little more time in the game and it wasn't so pressured at the last second of the game, I think he maybe would have done a little bit better as well. So I don't really hate him for that, man. He came out and did pretty good. So I don't know, man. I think just like everybody else, I'm frustrated too. So
I know. Did you see Kyle's face on the sideline? That was hilarious. He was so pissed.
Yeah,
Kyle, you know what though?
I do wish he would take some.
He is. No, he didn't take any responsibility from what I understand in the press conference.
No, he needs to.
He'll never do that.
Kyle needs to take responsibility.
At least, like Will says, it's on me, and it's on some of the things that we prepared ourselves for. We did not accomplish, and I take full responsibility for that. You'll never see Kyle say anything like that. God.
Nothing like that. I'm curious what that locker room was like after the game, or even at halftime, man.
You know what, though, Matty? They're so confident about their ability. I think they'll shake this off. They showed Fred Warner laughing on the field at one point. I said, okay, you guys know you're not playing your best football, right? I mean, come on, guys. And I wish you'd take this serious for our sake. We're watching.
Dude, I just about had a fit when he let that tackle slide, Fred Warner, when Lamar was running down the side of the field there, man. I was like, you're just going to let Like, there's so many times where we could have got his ass, and Fred Warner was not playing to his abilities. Like, we've seen Fred Warner ball out, dude, and tonight was not one of them.
That's fine. You know,
I don't know. We'll recover. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we're still gonna get where we need to get. But it's like, man, we really needed to shut those people up on the media, man. Like, I'm just tired of. Like, I can't. Can you imagine? They're gonna have a field day with Brock Purdy this week.
Nuts. They're gonna act like we've been doing this all season long. They're gonna make it. They're gonna exaggerate it.
Yeah.
They're gonna put. See, that's the real Brock Purdy. What the are you talking about? He's got one of the best stats all year long, and you still talking that? Still get Nick Wright. Go straight to hell. God.
Give me a freaking break, Ronbo. It kills me, dude.
Manny, you know what?
Yeah, I'm done with those commentators.
All right, man. Let me see you tomorrow, man. I hope you got time. I'll be looking for you.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll be in tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. Have a good night, bro.
Maddie up in beautiful Bend, Oregon.
Yeah.
All right, Maddie. Here, Merry Christmas too.
Merry Christmas, bro.
Donut and T say 11-4 is way better than 4-11, and today's loss doesn't change anything. We've accomplished. So Texas boy, marketing slow, Gene D, can just sit down and be quiet because we already have. Oh, Rudy went through a whole. Hey, Donut T, Merry Christmas, y'all. Thank you. Rudy went through a whole. He's got 14 or 15 posts. He's been waiting for this opportunity all year long. He finally gets to come in and say something bad about the 49ers. Ooh, have fun, Rudy. You joke. Sharon.
Hey, Ronbo.
Sharon, your feeling on this ridiculous game?
Very amusing.
I agree. It got amusing. In the third quarter, I was starting to laugh. So what are you doing?
I don't know, but that wasn't the 49ers. I mean, Kyle's play calling. Too many penalties.
And execution
they
was
shot
poor.
themselves in the foot.
George acted like the ball was a hot potato every time it hit him. I said, what is that?
Kyle went in and didn't realize who we were playing. And I don't know. It's just too many things that Kyle needs to take ability for, and he don't.
Responsibility? No. Kyle says, I prepared them for this game, and they didn't go out and execute, and I'm not going to take any responsibility for that.
Yeah,
but
we
I am
had
going to get
turnovers. Brock had 4 interceptions and things like that, and the INTs, and it was crazy. People went down getting hurt.
Right and left.
I was like, what are we going to do next? We didn't have no O-line or offensive line, so what were we going to do?
Kenny Jones. We had players out there laughing. I saw Fred laughing. Kenny Jones saw
and the media's
Debo
going
laughing.
to go crazy tomorrow. They're going to talk about us like a dog tomorrow.
Yeah, like we're the worst team in the NFL. All right, you know what? That's good. Let them have their
Get
day.
ready for that. Well, they better clean it up for the playoffs if they want to get to where they want to get to where they left off. But
they will.
It was a crazy game. It was like a roller coaster. I don't know. It was up and down.
Yeah, actually, there's more down than up. We had a few moments
and
that
Purdy
we played good football.
Need to get benched just because he had a bad day or a bad game. He probably had too much on his shoulder and on his plate. And he probably had that chip on his shoulder, and he was trying to be.
No, Brock got hurt.
I think he was nervous or something.
Yeah, he did look unusually. Shaken. I've never seen him look shaken. And he showed a lot of emotion coming off the field one time. I never seen him do that either. He was mad. He had a right to be, but he never shows that face.
Oh, he'll admit to his mistakes and know what he has to do, because I'm sure he's going to go back and watch the tape.
No, he'll be ready. He'll be ready.
Oh yeah.
He's very
They'll
mature.
Clean it up for next week. Yeah. I think we'll be okay, but that game we played like crap. Everybody gets Fs, even Kyle F for his play calling.
Yeah. Give Kyle an F because you know what?
He should have changed it up.
I gave Brock a D.
And he didn't change nothing.
I gave Kyle gets a D. No, I gave Kyle a D. No, an F.
Kyle gets
and
an
I gave
F.
Brock a D. and the whole team as a whole.
Poor
Yeah, D's,
judgment.
guys. What are you doing? God, that was terrible.
That was just a poor game. It was awful. If I would have known that, I would have watched the movie tonight if we were going to lose.
You know what? We'll be back next week. And the 49ers will be back to the standard. They're not going to play that way 2 weeks in a row. I don't believe it. So, you know.
I hope not. They better get it together. They need some double time practice next week or something.
They do. And Kyle's going to give it to him. You know he doesn't mind.
I'm sure he gave it to him in the locker room. I'm sure of that.
Maybe
Did you see him yelling at the sideline?
Yeah, he's bad words and everything,
He
yelling
was
at the
pissed.
official. I didn't call timeout. Whoa! Okay. Kyle, it's about time you got mad.
Pissed.
I was mad first
Right.
quarter.
Now
Anyway,
take some responsibility for your play call, and we'll be all right.
He won't. Anyway, let me see you tomorrow, huh?
All right, Ronbo, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Say hi to
All
Mom
right,
too.
bye.
All right.
I will.
Robert Apodaca. Merry Christmas, Niners. We shall overcome. Bang, bang. I know, that's the attitude. I mean, we don't. Hey, to overreact over a loss after the stretch we went through. Come on. We don't need to. If we don't win every game, there's no point in us breaking down and going nuts. It's just not necessary. But I would have liked to beat this team, though. I do agree with that. Buddha! God, I haven't talked to Buddha in forever.
Ronbo Sports. How you doing, bro?
But I've had better days, But the team is so good. I'm not going to only get so mad. But I just didn't appreciate how they lost. If the Ravens would have just beat them, okay. But don't go out there and help them. Oh. So, that's really bad thing. But what are you thinking? Man, we've talked to you forever. How you doing? Merry Christmas, by the way.
I know it's been a long time, dude, and then obviously I didn't want to call you most times I call you on a good day when we win.
Yeah.
I'm calling you on a
Which is
bad
usually,
day because obviously it was a horrible day, right? But I'm calling you because actually I had a really cool experience just 3 or 4 days ago. I live in Newport Beach, and I was at the golf course, and there's a golf course here in Newport, and they have a really cool 19th hole, really cool bar, really cool pizzeria. So I'm eating pizza with my coworkers on Thursday. Long story short, I always sport my Nardo gray 49ers hat. So I'm sitting at the bar, and these three gentlemen sit on the end of the bar, and they're like, "Hey, you're a Niners fan, blah, 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 blah." And they're like, "Yeah, I'm actually Brock Purdy's uncle." And I'm like, "What?"
Whoa.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm Brock's uncle. Like, they come here from Arizona, and they visit me here all the time, like for the past 20 years since he was little."
Yeah.
And I put them up and show them around town. So it's just, to me, it's just such a weird thing that like his uncle lives here, and then he ends up, obviously the Mr. Irrelevant contest is held here. So it's just a really weird full circle in my mind. How I was like, oh man, like this is destiny. Like even this year is destiny. Even something like this game happening where it was so bad is destiny. Like, and another wake up call for us, like our 3-game losing streak. And so I got to talking with Brock's uncle, and I was like, this kid reminds me of Joe Montana, like just his ice in his veins. Obviously he didn't have the ice in the veins today, but even then we still had a chance to win this game. And I think I mentioned to you before, like I work with Jesse Sapolo's wife, right? She works at my company, and I see Jesse all the time, and I see his cousin all the time.
That's what I remember about you. It's either that or Jerry Rice was involved in somehow. But go ahead.
Yeah, so it's just, even then, like even after this crazy loss, I'm like, I still feel like we're still the team of destiny. The
49ers are still the best team.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was crazy because watching this, so earlier in the morning, like I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep. But this to me was the Super Bowl, like a preview of the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, because I got a feeling they're going to be back.
Yeah, 100%. And so I'm watching the game. Did you watch the Kansas City game by chance?
I watched the second half, and I couldn't stop laughing. I said, you know what, Patrick, get some new receivers. Tell them they're not coming back until they do. That's
But
terrible. I feel so
you saw
sorry
how
for
crazy
him.
that game was, right?
Yeah, Raiders
You saw
picking
how
him
many
off.
interceptions you saw how many interceptions Patrick threw, right?
He was under siege too. They were all over
Yeah,
his
and
butt.
so like it was crazy. So I'm watching that game, and I said, I'm like meditating to myself and thinking, I'm like, oh my God, I think we're gonna have the same type of game today. And it was like this weird irking feeling in the back of my mind and in my heart, and I was like, oh my God, this same type of game is gonna happen tonight. And I kept fighting it, and sure enough, it all played out exactly the way I saw it in my mind.
Buddha,
I'm like future pacing myself.
There you go.
Go ahead.
Well, Buddha, you know how many Monday night upsets there are this year? It's out of control this year. Tell you what, we got to go though. Buddha, great to hear from you. From down in Newport Beach, where it's like sunny and shining, probably. I'll be back tomorrow, Buddha. Would you get back in here tomorrow? I see your name is really Carl, huh?
No, it's Kenzo.
Kenzo. All right.
Kenzo.
Right.
All right, brother. I love you, man. We'll bounce back. Don't worry. Like we're still gonna win the Super Bowl. I've seen that in my mind's eye too. So
yeah,
it's gonna happen.
When
Don't
they're
worry
serious,
about it.
you're gonna be beat.
We'll shake this loss off.
I think so.
All right. Take care.
Right.
Good night.
Night, Buddha. Rebellious D23. Don't worry, Robert. We'll be back. Kyle gets an F. We need to run the damn ball more. Merry Christmas. I still think Kyle was actually trying to on occasion, but he thought one thing about Kyle, and I read about him longer. He will pick at your weakness. Fam, did you think their weakness was in their secondary? Because their defensive line was pretty tough. I don't know. If I had to weigh the difference between the defensive line and the secondary, I'm not sure where the scale would go, That's why I'm not sure if his attempt wasn't the right one, or was he trying, like some people say, to make sure that Brock Purdy got the MVP by making sure that he handled the ball and aired it out a lot. Shabazz!
Ronbo!
Shabazz. That was a very strange game. But Shabazz, what is your
this
take?
had to be the funniest loss I've ever been a part of.
The same here.
Because
after I thought about it, I don't care.
Ronbo, of course, when I pick us, I'm going to always, on the show, pick us. I gamble. I took the Ravens.
Yeah.
I made some money. Okay?
Yeah.
I did. Okay? I knew it was coming. I knew Kansas City was going to lose, too.
Whoa.
Okay? Ronbo, this was the best thing that could ever happen for us. Okay? Empire, look at this as a relief. McCaffrey's not stressing about that league MVP. Brock's not stressing about the MVP. Kyle, once again, everybody's upset with him. No, Kyle, again, is a master chessman. He did the right thing. He put a bunch of pass on tape. He didn't put none of our power run on tape. So if we run into the Ravens again, he knows he has to go in his daddy's bag. What do you mean, Shabazz? He knows we're going to have to ground and pound the game out, and that's how you win a game, because he's lost 2 Super Bowls by not doing what? By not grounding and pounding the ball. So y'all just calm down, man. That's why everybody's laughing. We didn't put nothing on tape. We let them see Kittle. We drove down the field with ease. Pass.
A couple of times.
Yeah. We didn't see no reverses. Okay, we didn't see no power sweeps to Debo.
I didn't see no isolations. It was really strange. Nothing.
And guess who else didn't play? No Elijah Mitchell. No Jordan Mason. Pay attention.
And I need Jawan Jennings. I mean, he's only in concussion protocol. There's nothing wrong with him. He'll be back. So, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, none of our guys showed up on tape. Nobody showed up on tape. Chill out. Who cares? And, Ronbo, what has been my theory since you know me? Me and you both the same. We two old guys that box. I boxed in the military, boxed in the gloves, and hit me in the mouth. I need to taste that copper in my mouth, bro. It's something about the taste of copper in your mouth. Blood is like some of the best things you can taste.
That metallic taste, yes.
That's it? You want to hit me?
It seems to set off a rage button, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does. I mean, are we really worried? I mean, me personally, I'm not. Ain't
no, I refuse to.
No.
I don't believe in Lamar if they make it past Buffalo.
Because he didn't do anything special. He did extend plays, and he was able to get something like that. But beyond that, he might get away. You're right, though. If he has to deal with Buffalo, he might not get past.
If they make it past Buffalo, and here's the thing, Ronbo,
Dolphins,
look,
their defense will kill the
all
Dolphins.
for Lamar MVP, great. He get his second MVP, that's solidifying a Hall of Fame career. But like I said, in the Bay, we don't count who won MVP. We want the Lombardi. So remember I said that before the game. Look, if this is a lost faithful, we got to trade for Lombardi, I'll trade it. The good thing about it is, Ronbo, we get to beat the Rams again. So you know we're going to beat them again. So,
I really enjoy that.
You always say
I enjoy beating the Rams more than the Hawks these days, mainly because of Rudy. That's a strange dude.
Okay.
He's over on Twitter going nuts.
But really, Rudy is a 49er fan. You just can't tell y'all.
He is so strange.
He's not a Rams fan.
Oh, he's so delighted. I know the 49ers. I've been knowing the 49ers for 30 years. I've made these predictions. He ain't won no games or nothing in that time. They got 2 trophies in 70 years. But still, I can always rely on Engel, but maybe Santa Clara. Oh, shut up.
Oh, man, he's a 49er, Rob, but he just can't tell you that, man. He just can't let you know the truth.
That's more about that than he does for the Rams, actually. Fam, hey, you know how we do. Let me see tomorrow, Shabazz, if you got time, which you would. And
see you, Ronbo. Shout out to production. Hey, happy holidays to everybody. I'm glad everybody made it through, had a great holiday, and I'll check you in tomorrow. I ain't doing nothing but beating people up mad for us losing this.
I hear you. This ain't no big thing.
No big thing.
Happy holidays, Shabazz. Look forward to
tomorrow. Happy holiday,
Ronbo. Thanks.
All right.
All right. See you tomorrow. Hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo? Merry Christmas.
Yes, indeed, Steven.
Buddy, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Even the NFC West champs have to get lumps here and there. We don't get them often, but we got to get a few. Okay, we lost 4 games. So, wow.
Ronbo, the Niners have had a winning record of 13-3.
Yeah.
And they've gone on to win the Super Bowl. So, us being 11-4, if we win those next, 3 games, I think we'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Will we see the Ravens in the Super Bowl?
Maybe.
Possibly. Will we see the Dolphins in the Super Bowl? Possibly. There's a 50-50 chance we see either of those 2 teams. And granted, the way we lost today, a little bit, I'd say 50% of us was Kyle making a mistake and doing terrible play calls. The other 50% was those damn penalties. You get 5 turnovers. 4 out of those 5 turnovers off tip.
Oh.
Yep, and then 100 yards, almost 110 yards penalties. Rombo, there was no way. I mean, I had high hopes. Sam Darnold was moving the chains. I was like, okay, we might be able to come back. Who knows? We might. The defense, that front 4 played immaculate. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot that I did enjoy watching. Chase Young getting his career sack as a safety, which I actually kind of liked. Yeah. The pressures were good. We were kind of somewhat keeping Lamar Jackson contained. Granted, however, Fred Warner wasn't playing his best. He was kind of playing out of his position a little bit. Jair Brown seemed to be kind of lost in the mix. We let Jason Verrett get torched by Zay Flowers, which I didn't think was the best, welcome back to the NFL kind of play.
Damn, JV, come in and immediately get scored upon. Oh, my God. But that comes from him, Lamar extending that play like that. That is one thing the 49ers do struggle with. I think most teams do, but not like we do.
No. And here's the problem with that too, Ronbo, is that, we can say, but we played against Jalen Hurts. Here's the thing. Jalen Hurts is no Lamar Jackson.
No.
Lamar Jackson is faster. He is a lot more accurate. And he's got a better arm than Jalen Hurts.
You know what? Did you say accurate, though? Lamar's not really accurate. He is on those quicker outs where the guy's right there, but he threw a few out of bounds today. Anytime the runner's running down by the numbers, he wasn't going to make that play. But
you know what, too, is we 100% beat ourselves.
No, I agree with that, though.
there's no way you could say, oh yeah, you know, Ravens outplayed us. No, it was penalty after penalty after penalty after penalty, and there was even offensive penalties, which is even more strange. You know,
that really killed me. Bring it back. That's a 10-yard gain. Bring it back. Oh, Niners.
Bring it back. Oh,
Damn.
20-yard gain. I'll bring it back. Oh, come on. And a lot of it had to do with Tyshawn Gibson. You know, bro, you're a veteran. You're making these dumbass plays.
Oh, God,
Mitch Wishnowsky, granted, I've never seen that man tackle anybody, but that was the first time he did it, and I'm hoping it's the last time he does it the wrong way. You know, getting 15 yards shoving someone who's already out of bounds. And there's a lot of things that could have been done to prevent a lot of the penalties that we did have. But you know what, Ronbo? They played like they were out of their zone, out of their element. Brock Purdy, same thing. You know, he did that one terrible pass where I was like, bro, who could you possibly be throwing it to? But you know what the worst part is like
to CMC.
Forcing it.
What was Brock?
Forced it. You know who used to do that? And I'm going to get on Brock. Well, I'm going to get on Brock because we did it to someone very similar who would do the exact same thing. Garoppolo did those exact same plays, and we choked his ass out for it. And I'm going to do the same thing with Purdy. You know, bro, like you can't be what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, I know he doesn't have these many bad games, but it's like if you're gonna force a play, throw it out of bounds, bro. Throw it so that way no one can get it. You know, if you're afraid of getting sacked, throw it out so that way not even your receivers can get it, bro. Just throw it out. You know, I would rather him throw it out of bounds than him doing another interception or take a sack. It's cool. If you take a sack, it's like 1st and 10.
He took
whatever, bro.
Steven, let me let you get into it more tomorrow. We got to go now. But Merry Christmas to you and that wonderful family of yours, your little Rome and Mrs. Steven. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
You too. All right.
Thanks, Steven. And Alice, we had 5 turnovers. I didn't know we had 5. Jay, is that right? 5 turnovers to add to all them penalties. There's no team in the world you could be. What's the worst team in the league? They would have beat us today. The Giants in DeVito. Ellis.
Oh,
we see you, man. And Ellis is still running that picture behind him. Ellis is like me. I ain't condemning the 49ers for that one loss.
Hey, man, read what that says, man.
NFC West champs, baby. We just got the hat shirt last week and got a little relaxed.
Yeah, man. You know, it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? This wasn't what we expected. I didn't honestly expect it, and I think it had. I was truly surprised that after 3 picks that it was still only a 4-point deficit.
I know, that's what I said. They're not that good offensively.
No.
They're okay, but we helped them.
Our defense was burnt out and tired because our offense was not doing shit, you know, and punching it in. And then they weren't capitalizing off us giving them the ball. So the defense got burnt out. They got gassed. Man. That's what happens. And, you know, missed tackles. And, you know, I think Kyle was underprepared for his game plan. Strangely, you know, just totally unlike him being that, you know, this was this is an additional tone setter to the season, you know, but like I was saying the last time before we got to this week, is as long as we can close out with the NFC wins, then this game really means nothing until we get to the final stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, I ain't going to be embarrassed by no 13-4. MG, learn your math. 4 losses is not a big deal in the NFL. Hey, what's that dude, MG? But it's a strange. Go ahead, Ellis.
Who?
MG. That dude was always talking really stupid. He's just, oh my God. He's writing all caps. 4 losses is a big deal. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal if you still haven't clinched. If you still haven't clinched and you're still in the race, or there's somebody that's you know that can take over your spot. But at this point, we're still the number 1 seed, and we just got to close out these next 2 games. I had to pay for 2 subscriptions today because for some reason the local channels and the contracts with the I guess with the NFL or just maybe the channels, it's channel 10 over here in my city. And man, I had to pay for NFL Plus and something else I had to pay for, and ended up getting it on my TV because I was watching it on my phone after I realized it wasn't working on the television, man.
They
It's
started
crazy.
regionalizing those games, didn't they? You know what? You're in Sacramento area, huh?
Yeah, man. They started doing some weird stuff where even cable, like the cable companies won't, play certain channels for whatever. And these are like basic channels, channels you should be able to get with the antenna. But for some reason, they won't, Comcast or DirecTV.
They want to charge you. They want to get you get to pay more money. So that's why they make those games like this that are really everybody wants to see it. All right, but you got to pay. What? So, whoa.
Yeah, they got me. They got me today, but I got one subscription I need to cancel, and I'm gonna keep the other one. I'll probably just keep NFL Plus, and that way I can watch it on my phone on the go if this ever happens again. But yeah, man, look, it was disappointing. I hope Trent is all right. Brock, when the ball gets tipped, Brock gets in the zone. When you're throwing that ball in between those lanes and you're trying to stay focused and not worry about the pass rush, you're gonna deliver the ball and not really account for the guys that are in front of you or the hands that can potentially go up and knock that ball and turn it into a volleyball game. So it's unfortunate. 3 or 4 of those picks were just all tips. But that happens a lot, man.
And that's good. And that's a learning experience you can pick up from. Ellis, we got to go. I'll tell you what, I'll be looking for you tomorrow. And we'll continue to pick Kyle apart. Kyle's always the guy we got to go get first. And then everybody else.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, man. Disappointing, man. I'm not excited. There's nothing to be, happy about with this type of thing. To be quite honest, they should have blew us out by more. They should have had 50 with 4 or 5 interceptions. They should have had 50 plus points. So shame on them. Yeah. And definitely shame on us, man. We gonna come back strong. We got to get it in. We'll talk more tomorrow, though. All right, fam.
Looking forward to it. Now that was Merry Christmas and get to the squad. All right.
Yeah, the squad's here. Go ahead, say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Ronbo.
Merry Christmas.
I got 2. Johnny and Amaya, the only 2 awake. Zamari and Joshua are back here comatose. We just went to go look at the Christmas lights in this really upscale neighborhood, man, where they do it big, and they have people come from all over the city to go out here, man. So we just came from that, so they're passed out. But anyway, man, hit that like, subscribe. You know where you at. Shout out to the faithful, man, and we're gonna be all right, y'all. You know what I mean? We just gotta stay, gotta stay strong. It's all good.
All right. Merry Christmas, Ellis. All right. Night.
Sir.
And Rodney Williams says, can you give my bestie Elizabeth the Niners about shout out to cheer her up after that performance? She's a diehard faithful and loves your show. Elizabeth. Give me a shout out to you, Liz. It's going to be okay. We're still the best in the NFC. We'll be fine. Ain't nobody else going to do nothing with us. All right? Don't even worry about it. I see it. Don't even worry about it. We got this. You'll be fine. Next weekend is this time you'll be saying, yes. John Shack, everyone get Dofu. It's free. Dofu, it's free. Johnny, I like it, though. Hey. And let's go and check. It's Norm and ask. Hey, Norm, no. What time is it?
It's Niners all day, especially on days like this. Mm-hmm. Especially on days like this. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm sorry, my kid I got to put the kid to sleep, but y'all caught me at the greatest time. So I have a funny story to tell about this game. It's very funny. So I was on my way to my cousin's house because they just hit me up. It was like, oh, we got a seafood party going on for Christmas. Y'all want to come? I'm like, all right, cool. So I slide through over there because I know they finna watch the game, right? And I remember Elias was talking earlier because he stay in Sacramento. I live in Stockton. You feel me? Same thing happened over here because we share the same networks. On God. So I get to my cousin's house. game not playing. I'm trying to play it on Facebook Live, Facebook stream. I can't get a bite to eat or none of this good food that's cracking right now. They got seafood galore.
They got gumbo?
No, they had crab legs with the garlic butter sauce. My Cuddy Coley cooked the crab boil. She did it herself. Her sauce was saucing. She's saucy. She one of them baddies, though. She a baddie that can cook, though. So all the baddies, if you can't cook, you ain't a baddie. On my mama. But anyway, so I'm trying to get a bite, but I'm trying to get the channel right. Finally, my Cuddy that was living there, my Cuddy Ched, I was like, yo, he had the NFL Network. So he was able to cast his phone to his TV. I just had to, use my tech savvy skills because I'm more than just an Uber driver with dreads that just says goofy shit about the Niners. But you know what I'm saying? I got that working and the family, we was lit. You know what I'm saying? I finally got to eat. The food was so good. I couldn't even be mad at the score though.
I know. I stopped. I wasn't even mad. Isn't it weird? I wasn't even mad. I was not happy, but I was so shocked that I couldn't even get mad.
I'm just going to give a game ball. I have 3 game balls to give to. One, y'all gonna love the first. Y'all gonna love the first one. First one is for myself, for making that happen for my family. You know what I'm saying? Because they hooked me up, I hooked them up. Yo, if you gonna give me some good food, I'm gonna make sure your network is working. You feel me? Make sure you get that good game going. Number 2, second game ball goes to the Niner haters. I know y'all been waiting. Y'all been patiently waiting.
Oh, they've been waiting.
For a moment for us to feel the way y'all been feeling all year.
That's the honest God truth. They've been miserable this whole time. At least they only get one day. Yeah.
Like my kid, my baby boy, I'm trying to tend him right now. He just fell out the bed right now, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna learn not to do that again. And if you had a quarterback that can do that, you wouldn't feel the same way we do. And third most, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all gonna hate this one too. It's for the Baltimore Ravens defense. Look how they came today. They came clean off of that basic offense that Kyle Shanahan put together. I don't know why. I thought because I was wrong on my prediction, you know what I'm saying? Because I thought Kyle Shanahan was gonna pull the works, but he really didn't. He didn't pull nothing out. He pulled the basic offenses out. And y'all mad because that's how the team was playing. But
and next time it ain't gonna be that way. Norm, Merry Christmas.
It ain't gonna be that way. And that's all I gotta say.
And it's Niners
all day.
Yes.
Are we singing ooh la la?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I figured to save it for the right time. I wanted to anyway. Because I'm saying, come on, guys. Brock Purdy scored 4,000 yards today. We haven't had a quarterback do that in a long time. We also still are the NFC champs. We can get mad about this game, but let's not overdo it.
I'm going to just give a half on everybody on the front office and everybody on the team. I'm just give this one shout out to y'all.
Norm, I'll see you tomorrow, fam.
We're going to be back in Dub City in a little bit.
We will.
We just took a detour. A detour.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace. Night, Norm.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
You know what? Merry Christmas, Norm. Let me get this back up here. I need. There's a spammer here I want to identify, and also, has anybody confirmed Trent Williams was on the sideline looking just absolutely fine? So the person on the chat is saying that Trent is having MRI. Stop spamming. Number one, we've seen it the first time. Thank you very much. All right. If Kyle had mentioned, did anybody else hear Kyle mention that Trent was getting an MRI? Why was he walking around the sideline like nothing was really serious? All right. We get this all the time that people start spreading weird stories. And listen, I got corrected on that. It's Niners. That's what I was told you're supposed to get. It'll be all right, Liz. Steven, 19 years.
Oh. Hey, Ronbo, it's a pleasure meeting you after following you for several years. I'm calling from Santa Monica. I wanted to clarify a super chat that I made a while ago, but the clarification is that every team who beat the 49ers lost their quarterback for the season due to injury at some point during the season so far, except Lamar Jackson. Will this be a common theme moving forward in the next 2 weeks? Something happened because look at everybody we
you mean
played so far.
afterward?
Quarterback.
You mean
Afterwards, yes.
afterward? Yeah. Okay, okay, you're right. And he's susceptible to those kind of things. It happens to him a lot. The last 2 years in a row, this is the longest he's played in a long time.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's irony, but it's just something to look at, you know. I've never seen something like that because it seems that, you know, once the 49ers lose, you know, those other quarterbacks stick around. But it's something to look at for the next 2 weeks or even in the playoffs. But, you know, if something happens, don't forget me. Again, it's a pleasure meeting you, and then I'll try to circle back in case something happens. I do
I
think
hope so,
that
Stephen. Yes. Pleasure to meet you.
I do. Absolutely. We love you here in Santa Monica.
Shucks, I love Santa Monica, too. One of the greatest beaches in California. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Stephen.
We'll be in the Super Bowl. This will be our year, man. Have faith, and hopefully we have some good stuff coming up, man. Much love, brother.
We do. Much love back at you. Happy Christmas. All right,
You too.
Stephen. Yeah, you know what? I forgot about that. When we play a team, the quarterback, whatever the quarterback is, whatever the teams that are beating us, they turn immediately to poo-poo within days later. I don't want to wish that on Lamar. He's not a bad person. So I hope he makes it to the end of the season. Aaron!
What's on, Ronbo?
Aaron, we're sitting here, one of the most privileged organizations in the NFL, crying about this game. Wait, let me wipe my eyes. I'm so hurt. I'm so sad. I can't believe we lost that game. I'm through. I've gotten over it. Aaron, what are you feeling on this game? Because it's the most strangest thing I've seen in a long time. What are you thinking?
First of all, for all the Brock haters,
they're out
don't blame this on Brock. Yeah, but don't blame this game on Brock. I mean, he
can't help it.
Yeah, he didn't have no offensive line that got injured. I'm like, what he's supposed to do? Like, I don't care. I mean, I don't care if it's Patrick Mahomes, you know,
Hey,
Joe
I'm glad you
Burrow.
brought up Patrick Mahomes' name. Patrick threw several today, too. Okay? So anybody that doesn't understand the game of football is going to make a big deal out of them INTs. So you can't help them. They're going to do it. Because like you said, if you're a quarterback hater of a particular type, he needs to throw one INT. Oh, here they come, boy. Oh, he sucks. He's terrible. Dude's got 4,000 yards on the seat, highest quarterback rating in the league, and on and on and on. Oh, there's an INT. That's all they notice. We've seen that. So, you know, they're going to do what they do.
But, yeah, but, I mean, you got to have an offensive line.
At least.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
and please, Niners, please, we got to draft an offensive line.
Guaranteed. First round pick. Watch. This year's draft, the 49ers select. Got to get one from Notre Dame or Boston College. Who else got a great offensive line program? Yeah, the 49ers got to get serious. Niners, stop trying to find offensive linemen and get one in the first round and get one in the third and fourth, too. I need to see Brock Purdy needs to be protected. He's not Superman. Give him some help out there. He's done well with the offensive line he's had all season by being as good as he's been. We've been lucky. He could have been killed on several different occasions. So, you know, man.
Yeah, you know, it was just a bad night, you know. It wasn't our night.
No.
But even though our defense played well, you know, they were kind of like ran out of gas, you know, since our offense.
Out there too long. which is really strange. Well, turnovers, yeah, they'd come right back after. Yeah, turnovers like that. The defense just sat down a couple of minutes. Oh, we're up. Oh, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and why does Kyle always pass the ball? Like, how many times did he pass the ball tonight? Like 46 times?
Hey, let's see how many times Purdy threw the ball. That's a good question. No, it wasn't in the 40s for sure. He may have threw the ball 25 or 30 times. At least, well, maybe 30. Yeah, Brock Purdy, 30. He threw 32 times. 18 out of 32 passes he completed. The bad thing about it was the 4 INTs ruined that. But, he's still above 50%. And that's why I say, overreaction, all right, if he did that every week, okay. But, he's been under pressure all season long with no offensive line help, and he's gotten it done. So if people can't excuse him, that's a hater. Ignore him.
Yeah, man. But, yeah, I think we'll bounce back this week against Washington and win our next 2 games and, get that number 1 seed.
We still got the number 1 seed. Well, yeah, we'll be able to hold on to it. Yeah. All right. We ran the clock. Let me see tomorrow, and we can extend a little longer. It's after the game, so All right.
All right, Ronbo. Just keep the faith, man.
No, I'd never lose it. I'm not shaken. Stirred, but not shaken. Good night, Aaron. Merry Christmas, Aaron.
All right. Same to you, Ronbo.
Thanks. And it's the return of the innocents. Enigma.
Yo, what's up, brother?
Enigma, man, I'm just sitting back here, man, because, any other time we'd be losing games and it'd be depressing. But, this is such a weird loss.
I feel you, man.
Yeah,
I definitely feel you there.
It's just strange. But, I'm fine. But what do you think of it?
I think we don't have nothing to worry about, to be honest with you. I don't think we have anything to worry about. I think it was one of them games, where we flopped. We laid an egg, so to speak.
It was just sloppy.
Just
like
stuff like this is going to happen.
Like they was out there having fun or something, just clowning. I said, Fred Warner was caught laughing. Somebody said they caught Debo laughing. I said, 49ers are not serious.
Just just a bunch of uncharacteristic, things that are happening on the field. Like, I don't know, when we flop like the whole team. You know what I mean?
From Kyle down.
Like everybody dropping like this never happens.
And the penalties?
When does George Kittle drop passes? When does Debo drop passes? Does you know what I mean?
I think even McCaffrey missed one. He went to his hands, and George did all day today. Every pass he was right. George said, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? So I said, I don't know. It was just a weird thing to watch today.
This is what I'm saying. And on top of it, you got 100 yards of penalties, 5 turnovers, and we're still in the game.
That just shows.
That speaks volumes. Right.
They're not better.
That speaks volumes right there. That speaks volumes. I mean, that's an elite team.
If they want to be.
There's no way you're going to give up 4 or 5 turnovers in a game, you know what I mean, and still have a chance to come back and win it. Even with the way our players, they weren't participating today, so to speak. But, we still had a chance to come back and win it, which is unbelievable against, the best team in the AFC, right?
But there's something going on with that, too. We'll find out at some point. If the 49ers come in and run the Ravens off the field in the Super Bowl, you know what? What we was thinking during that week that the Ravens beat us, now you know.
Rombo,
they can't beat
we were moving the ball with ease. We were moving the ball with ease.
I saw it.
I mean, that wasn't a problem. It was, later on in the game with the turnovers. Even on that, what was it? I think it was the first or the
the second drive or the first or second drive,
Yep.
we moved the ball right down the field.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Brock throws an interception. But also, with that being said, why is Kittle running into coverage?
You know what? Because the way they cover their secondary, the linebackers pretend to fade when really they're playing really sharply close to the line. And they've got a situation where if you do throw into tight windows around the end zone or just beyond the line of scrimmage, they feel like they have a remedy for that. And Kyle was looking at that and testing it out. Promise you, the next time they try to run that defense,
Ronbo,
they will be fried.
Yeah. But Ronbo, I mean, that's a throw. I mean, I watched it. He was right there. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Brock. But Brock, this is all learning experiences for the team and him moving forward. So,
he needed that.
Yeah.
And
I
you see
mean, these are
Hamilton?
things like, yeah.
Yeah, that dude's good. And
Yeah.
that throw that he threw to Debo, it was just a little late. Hamilton timed that puppy perfect. So you know what?
Yeah.
They are a good team.
Yep.
But they didn't have to look
sitting
that
on
good.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was basically sitting on it. And in all honesty, I mean, I believe that the Niners are the only team that could beat the Niners. Like, when we play like that, of course, we're going to lose. There's no way around it.
We did.
And on top of with that being said, we still could have won that game.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
the
they
scary
should've
thing
scored-
about
and
it.
they should have
So,
scored 50, really, because as bad as we were playing,
Yeah.
they should have. They came off the field a
Exactly.
few times with nothing. After they were set
and I don't know if you remember, but weeks ago we were having a conversation. I brought it up to you about we're going to start throwing a lot more down the field. We're going away from the run game a lot. This is our identity as a team, and we're sitting here and we're going away from what we do the best, and what for the past couple of years of what got us where we're at.
They got to go back to a balanced attack. But listen, fam, we got to
Yeah.
stop because it's after the game. But listen, come on back. Let's discuss this further tomorrow too. All right.
All right, brother. Yeah, I'll see if I can get on.
I hope so, Enigma.
All right, Merry Christmas, Ronbo.
Merry Christmas, Enigma.
All right, brother.
Night, fam.
Later, brother.
Later.
Bye-bye.
And let's go to 775 in Nevada. Hello, 775.
Ronbo, what's stirring?
It is you, Case. Casey, man, it's Christmas.
What's stirring, Ronbo?
And I'm feeling fine. The 49ers lost the game. And I feel very, very numb. I don't care feeling. Because I said, you know what, Niners, you didn't feel like winning. Well, fine. I don't. If you don't care, I don't
Yeah,
care.
Ronbo, you were laughing all game. Maybe you had too much eggnog.
But I couldn't believe they made such goofy mistakes today. I've never seen them play
Yeah,
that
it was.
bad all year.
It was easily. It was. You kind of just had to laugh at it. Rumble, it reminds me of poker. Sometimes early on in a tournament, you might get your hand caught in a cookie jar, and you lose a big part of your stack, and then you got to play a completely different game. And I think this game falls on Kyle. He had a few really lucky breaks early on, and didn't capitalize. And I think in a way he played not to lose the MVP. There were chances of the MVP before the game started, and he really wanted Purdy to get that MVP. In fact, I think he wanted Purdy to get the MVP more than he wanted to win this game. And it shows in his play calling.
Could be that too.
I mean, because, he's just so pass heavy early on. I don't agree with Shabazz when Shabazz is saying, Kyle's saving his plays for the next game and all these things. I think Kyle did not have enough sense to know that when that interception happens early on, it completely changes the game. The Ravens have the momentum now. You got to go run heavy.
And normally in the
and
second
take
half,
the
they
ball
do
out
make
of
those kind of
Lamar's
adjustments.
hands by running the. Yeah, he's got to take the ball out of Lamar's hands by running the ball, and he didn't do that. He was throwing on first down. He was throwing on second and long. I mean, yeah, they got their hand caught in the cookie jar.
And Kyle, your offensive line better than anybody else. You put Brock Purdy in that position, of course he's going to struggle. You're not no more balanced attack. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So he set him up to fail, and he did.
The crazy part to me is that Brock still covered his over at 250 something, 255.
Well, to get to the 4,000 yards. No, Brock Purdy's a good quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. He's just over his rookie year. Just a few games over rookie status. So you know what? He can make those mistakes now. If he does it 2 years from now, okay, I'm going to get mad. But now, no. Brock Purdy is still
I agree.
a work in progress.
I think you saw the slight differences in what a 4 or 5 year quarterback looks like tonight.
Yeah. Unlike that 8087 Cowboy fan who thinks I'm in denial, your quarterback's been in the league how many years, Cowboy? You're stuck with
Ronbo,
what
what
you
really
got.
just bothered me about this game is it felt like we were playing the Seahawks again.
I know, right?
It felt like they just had mentally beat them, and I don't know. There were just too many bad passes tonight, and
Did you
I
see the
think
frustration
what
on
was
their faces, the players too? They look like they quit at one point too.
I think that happened early. I think that happened early on. I don't know, but I like the way Purdy didn't look too rattled. He looked like he knew what happened. They were bad bounces and stuff like that.
Casey, he did look a little rattled tonight, though. I've never seen him look that rattled. He was visibly angry with himself. That was understandable.
Well, he threw 4 interceptions.
Hey, listen, everybody's going to call those INTs. But as I said, when the volleyball game starts going on, I don't necessarily blame only the quarterback for that. Our guys are doing the pick drills and the tip drills. Why don't you stop it then?
Yeah.
God.
Well, and Ronbo, it reminds me of poker. You sit down for a tournament and then you lose your whole stack in the first 2 hands, and people go, "How did that happen?" Well, you have to be a really aggressive poker player to have that happen, and that's what happened tonight.
And Brock is.
They were just too aggressive. They just had to run the ball more.
He did. In case we got to
That's
go
been
though.
Kyle's downfall this whole time. He doesn't know when to run the ball.
Yeah, he does get scared, but this wasn't that kind of game. He should be getting scared. But Case, let's continue this tomorrow, and Merry Christmas. And I know you win every time you play.
All right, Ronbo, still on top, man. Can't lose. Ronbo, really appreciate you being here, man. Ever since losing my parents and everything, I look at that 49er emblem and I see my family.
That's good.
You've kind of become family for me, Ronbo. So.
I'm honored, Case. Shucks, man.
Yeah. Always a pleasure.
All right. See you tomorrow. All right.
Yeah. You have a blessed night, bud.
You too. Thanks, man. Anyway, try to get somebody else to agree with you that Dak's better than Brock. You know what? Brock had a bad day. Dak has bad days real often. Oh, there he is. He is the leader of the Dragon Clan. He is Papa. I say, Papa Dragon.
Ho, ho, ho. What?
What's going on, Rambo?
What's up?
Bob, I'm just sitting here.
How you doing, buddy?
Well, we got a double voice here.
No. Reveal yourself.
Oh, hey, Gerald, don't unmute. Gerald, we go one at a time. You'll come up next, okay? Or maybe somewhere soon. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
Reveal
Gerald.
yourself, jabroni.
His name is Gerald. Bob, go. Leave him alone. He's just first-time caller.
I'm sorry. What was his name?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, you didn't fall for it.
Bob, you've done that to me how many times? I did not just fall off the turnip truck. I am ready.
It is because of this moment right here, that I have hope for Shanahan.
How come?
Very, very arrogant. Because you learned, Ronbo. You learned.
Yeah.
And Kyle Shanahan has got to stop with these arrogant game plans. In what universe does an efficient quarterback go against the NFL number one defense and with a pass-happy passing game and win?
It hasn't happened yet.
Peyton Manning never done it.
Yeah.
Tom Brady never did it. It doesn't work. If you have a number one defense, you have to wear them down with the run game. This is one of those games where they should have ran the ball 35, 40 times. That's why I predicted the score would be 20-16, because I thought it would be a low-scoring game, slow, just plugging along. It looked like the defensive game plan was working at first. And as I stated before,
4 things happen when you pass the ball, and 3 of them are bad. Yeah. And we had a whole lot of bad tonight. So the reality is that this particular situation is on Kyle Shanahan. You don't throw that offensive line out there against someone defense, just throw.
And that's why the offensive line got injured too. You know, God, Kyle.
You know, you get to the end of the half, you have the opportunity to go for a 2-point conversion. You may not get it, but you show your team that you believe in them, and you show the other team that you're here to fight. Do we go for 2? No. We go for a field goal. And that was at that moment I knew we lost again. Come out first drive in the second half, 3 and out.
And Pop, did you mention that somebody said they caught? I didn't catch it. Kyle, you read his lip. That's the game. Kyle, you know what?
I have to see it to believe it, and I hope that that's not the situation.
I do too.
But to me, the game was. To me, the situation was the game was over the minute he rolled that game plan out.
Yeah.
You know, because
honestly, yeah.
Honestly, I mean, you think about it. They're the number 1 defense. Number 1. And you have a shaky offensive line.
They showed, and you're right. That's
you have a shaky
2.
offensive line. We all know it's shaky. Right. We all know it's shaky. We all know McKivitz would at best would be a backup on every NFL team in the league. But he starts for us. I saw names on the offensive line tonight I had never seen before, Ronbo.
Same. I asked who's going to play now. I said, wait, they're carrying him off on stretchers and driving him to the hospital. Who's going to play offensive line before the rest of the game's over? Now we're not having to. Oh, I don't know what we're going to do.
The Ravens' weakness on defense is against the run to the edges because the defensive linemen, they're big. They can't get to the side.
We never tried even run the stretch. Didn't even
try. And they're strong up the middle.
Real strong.
They're strong up the middle, Ronbo. Their line is strong up the middle. Their linebackers are strong up the middle. Their safeties are strong up the middle. The chance to beat them is on the edges.
I mean, them dudes.
And then number 2,
gut hanging over his belt. 13. He didn't look like an offensive lineman out there playing on the defensive line.
I know.
Harbaugh's always liked those kind of guys.
Big shout out to Harbaugh. Big shout because one team looked more prepared than the other team, and of course, you know. Lamar Jackson was just the best player on the field tonight.
Yeah.
And you say what you want to say. You don't have to be impressed by him or not. But I tell you one thing. I bet you the Niners are impressed by him.
Pop, I guarantee you.
They are.
They are. You know, Pop, you know we're going to run out of time. let me see them all, Pop. All right?
Yep.
Appreciate you, fam. Happy
all right.
Christmas
Well, look,
to
I
you
hope everybody
and
has a good Merry Christmas.
Mrs. Dragon. Thanks, fam. I got that.
We had a ball. Hope you guys take care of yourselves out there, Niner fam. Some of you had some good ones. Some of you had some bad ones. Look, every new day is a new opportunity.
There you go.
God bless.
God bless, fam. Night, Pop. Papa, dear. Hey, Gerald, come on in now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, Gerald, come on in, fam, and talk to us about what it's on your mind, what took place today as far as the game goes.
I'm sorry, sir. What's your name again?
Don't say anything. He's gonna do you like he does me. Pop's a good guy. He just plays a lot. Don't tell him. Pop, his name is Steve.
Good night, guys.
Pop. Anyway, Gerald, go ahead.
You know, this game reminded me of the Kansas City game last year.
Yeah. But a little worse, though, because they beat our ass from beginning to end. We was actually beating Kansas City last year. You're right. I was thinking about the Super Bowl. Yes.
Yeah, 44-23.
They boat raced us from the first quarter to the fourth.
And the only difference is, as bad as we played tonight, they only beat us by 14.
I know, right? And like Kansas City scored.
Yeah, we outgained them. We outgained them. Yeah. We outgained them, so I still think we're the best team in the league.
Oh, no, I do too. If they're serious, I still do.
Yeah, I mean, we still had over 400 yards of total offense.
Right? We played stupid football. It was terrible. And we still put up numbers. You know, they didn't cash them in. But how many times we walk a potential touchdown back? I can remember 2 right off the bat. How many times did we flag and give them 15 yards to move forward? I said, Niners, are you serious? Do you really want to win this game? But what are you doing?
Because our defense actually played decent. It's just the turnovers.
The PIs didn't help, but the refs were, you know.
Yeah, the PI, you know. I mean, actually, our defense shut them down for the first half.
They had 5? No, they had 5.
Yeah.
No, wait. 7? Yeah,
they had. It was 5-3 the first quarter.
Wasn't it? Did they have 12 and 13-12? What? I forgot what it was.
It was 16-12.
Oh yeah, that's 16-12.
Because and they didn't get but 1 touchdown. Just one. They had field goals. You cannot beat us with 3 interceptions and you only scored on 2 field goals.
And we scored 19. We scored 19 points. When's the last time we scored 19 points?
It's been a while. So they really don't want to see us no more.
Well, you know what? Don't win the AFC because 49ers there's nobody in the NFC who can stop the 49ers. Not when they're serious.
No, I just feel bad. For the who we play next? The Commanders.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I'm not even. You can't look past them. You got to play them. But I can't wait. If the Rams are in position to get to the playoffs, provided they can beat the 49ers. Oh, Charles! God, I'm gonna love that game. Who?
We owe the Rams from the first time we played. Remember we had him. We beat him by the point spread, and he kicked the field goal.
Yep. Punk.
At the end.
Clown.
For what?
I mean, just because they didn't like the score, the way it looked. And also...
Yeah, a loss is a loss.
And also that NFC Championship game, what they squeaked out with 3 points because of a bunch of dumb errors on the 49ers. Again, the 49ers whooped the 49ers and run around here and cry, yeah, we're Super Bowl champions, we're blah, blah, we took the 49ers out. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Actually, this is what the Rams didn't want.
Talking.
To us to lose this game.
Charles, tell you what I'm going to do.
Because we would have won, we probably wouldn't play our starters.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's unfortunate. We got to do it now. Gerald, we got to go, though, fam. I'll tell you what, because we keep it short after the game. Right. But, Joe, get back in here. Don't be a stranger. I'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming back.
All right. Looking for you. Great to talk to you,
all right,
fam.
Appreciate you.
Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, fam. Good night, Gerald.
All right. Good night.
And is that John without an N? Or is that the way? Yeah. Who's just on the phone, please? Hello. Is there an N on his name? No, he just spells it that way. Joe. Is that Joe? Is it Joe? I've never seen this name. In New York? Joe, you're in New York. J-O-H in New York. Start spreading the news. There you are. How do I pronounce your name?
Just say John.
Oh, you're a John. Okay. Hi, John. Well, John, you know, go ahead. We're taking in the after-game evaluations and things that really have made you happy or mad. John, what are you thinking?
I think I blame. I don't know. I say the first 2 picks of the game were just the Ravens playing great defense.
Okay.
And then I blame the last 2. I blame the next 2 on Brock Purdy. And then the Niners just making like stupid penalties that didn't need to be made. I think the Ravens are good enough to beat the Niners, yes, but I think the Niners are also good enough to beat the Ravens, and I feel like the Niners definitely beat themselves this game. Just like I'm a Giants fan. I just wanted a good game, honestly. But if I'm being real, I think the Ravens did play good enough to win, and the Niners just came unprepared. I don't know what was going on.
And it did look that way, didn't it? Even from where you sit, and this is an honest evaluation because he's a Giant fan. the Ravens looked like they came to play, and the 49ers looked like they just came to participate. That's true.
Yeah. I think if we see them again in the Super Bowl, I think it'll be a different game. I wouldn't put my money on either team yet, but I think that they'll make it a lot closer.
Guarantee you.
I want to say also it was a mistake not to put Purdy back in. I think that missed touchdown throw by Sam Darnold, that would have been a touchdown with Brock Purdy, despite all the duress he was under. I think that play would have been a touchdown, would have put him back in it, despite all that. Trent Williams going out. I know a lot of few Niners players went out.
Johnny, are you talking about that last throw that Sam made into the end zone?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay. Everybody knew where that ball, but everybody knew where that ball was going. Every Raven over there knew. Yeah. It was just one of those catches where you get lucky, and whoever jumps the highest or whatever. That wasn't really a design play.
Well, I'm talking about the one where I think the Niners and was it wasn't like the last. It wasn't at the goal line. I think it was like before. Yeah, it was a different one. It was like I think they were still like on like the 40-yard line or something.
Yeah, you know.
And he made Donald made a throw.
I think I remember. What I think they were trying to do is protect Brock at that point. He'd already got hurt. The offensive line was not doing their job. I got Trent Williams on the sideline. I got a bunch of guys out there. Like one caller just said a little while ago. I didn't even know who those people are. So they made Sam go out there and be at risk. That was for Sam. But yeah, it was time to protect Brock. So
I feel like honestly, that was the Ravens putting out. I feel like the Ravens could have played better too. Definitely, not capitalizing as much as they could have. But then, like I feel like the Niners defense still played great despite getting burned out in the first half. Being on the field all the time, they still played great. They held Lamar and the Ravens to those first 2 field goals, whatever it was.
Defense actually came to play until it got silly, and they were out there all day. Yeah. And that'll kill a team every time. All right, hey John, hey, nice to meet you, John. Listen, you can come on back anytime you want. You're not one of those kind of people from another team supporting another team that comes in and talks a lot of trash or gets on the chat and makes everybody mad. You're welcome. Back in anytime. All right.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thanks, John.
I'll be seeing you.
Hey, Merry Christmas too. All right.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks, John. Night. And let's go. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Bethel, not us. I mean, we're 11.
I know.
You know, we were. I was just knew we were gonna be 12-3.
I knew we were gonna lose because
a lot of people say they knew we were gonna lose. I don't. What made you think we were gonna lose?
There was actually a guy actually called everything out, and it came the way he said it. Because if you look at it, the Giants should have won that game, but you know, there's some stupid shit in the referee helping them out.
Eagles?
Yep.
Really?
And yeah, the Eagles should have not even won. They got fucking lucky. But at the end, the fucking coach was an idiot. Didn't call the timeout that they had, or they didn't clock it.
Wait a minute. What was the final score?
They barely lost. They barely won by 5 points.
Oh, I was watching that game. And I thought I saw the Giants catching up and scoring.
Yeah,
and then I walked away.
They almost won. They actually had a chance to win.
Was Tyler still playing, or did Danny come back in? Or not Danny, but
no, it was
DeVito come back.
No, it was number 2. It was number 2. The DeVito, he didn't come back. It was the other guy.
Tyler, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because
that was an exciting game. I should have been kept watching.
Yeah, it actually was, but it was just the Eagles just got, that little luck, next to their little name.
See, Bethel, that's why I've been complaining all year before we played the Eagles.
Yeah.
I said, listen, if the Eagles slide by the 49ers, I'll be mad. They've been sliding by, just barely sliding by every week. Sliding by, wearing out. So, yeah, they're back at it again. There's something really wrong with the Eagles right now. I don't know what it is, but they don't look like the Eagles.
And then the referee that we had, another guy that hates us,
Vinovich.
And that was calling stupid calls that and none of the holding on. They're not throwing any holding calls on our favor, but on the other side, they were throwing a bunch. You know.
Always do.
And the reason why they did that was because if the Eagles are in the mix, then we have to win this game. Then they're going to flex the Niners and Rams game because they're both going to be – the Niners are going to be in it to try to win the number 1 seed, and the Rams are going to try to win so they could get into the playoffs. So that's why our game is going to be last.
You got it all figured out, don't you?
And that's going to be the moneymaker.
Stop it! Stop it! You know what? These guys got to be played fair and square. Sick of this. Let's say if the Commanders make it. No, the Commanders make it. They can't. They got rid of all their people. But they should be able to beat the Commanders. And you're right. Because TBT is by the Rams game anyway. That means they had this planned a long time ago. TBD for the Rams game?
Yeah.
How come? Okay.
And if you look at who's going to probably go to the Super Bowl, they changed the logo. And if you see on the other side who's hot right now, Buffalo is hot right now.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be Buffalo versus the Niners in the Super Bowl.
One side is still red,
ain't
it? Yeah.
Yes, with red and it's blue.
One thing for sure, you can't. When there's billions of dollars involved in anything, you gotta know. Even though we want this sport to be pure, there's going to be some manipulations.
Yes. Even though we played the way we played, we were still in the game. And one thing, even though we were still in the game, we lost a lot of good players, and we were still in the game.
Oh, that worries me about losing players, though. The loss, but losing, I don't know, Trent Williams. And have you heard anything about Trent Williams?
It looked like, I think they said something about when it was still the game. I think I heard the guy said that, I think something about, what is it called?
Groin?
I think it's groin.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I think it was his groin. That's why he wasn't in it.
And he was still walking around on the sideline, so maybe it's not severe. We'll see what happens. Well, Bethel, we had so much time of talking about the NFL cheating that we ran our clock.
Yeah.
hey, Bethel, I'll see you tomorrow, Bethel. All right? And Merry Christmas.
See you tomorrow. Yeah. And Merry Christmas. And we'll be okay.
Yeah,
This is a good learning experience, and our defense held up.
Yeah, they did.
So let's go Niners.
There you go.
And punch the light. Let's go.
Thanks, Bethel. Have a great night. Look, see you tomorrow. And let's quickly go over to Tony. Atlanta. Tony, I know, right? Tony, you know what? I hope you leave. You know, Tony. Tony?
Yes, sir.
Tony, you know, I'm worried about professional sport in America. You know, after that cheating the Houston Astros a few years ago, and I get the feeling that was set up and allowed. You know, basketball, I stopped watching basketball. NBA made me mad when the official finally came across. I forget which one it was. He wasn't in the league anymore, and he said, yeah, no, we had our directions and assignments for certain games. Oh, really? I always knew those phantom fouls were awfully strange. You have a quota, don't you? And probably some computer software says if you call X amount of fouls on one team versus the other, the team that gets the most will probably lose the game. Okay, I'm done. And then the NFL, you know, they've made so many rules now to protect the players on the field that they can manipulate that as well and call that anytime they want to. But then again, maybe they have the motivation to protect players. But Tony, Bethel comes in and says that, and I think, oh my God, no. Tony, there's only one pure sport, and it's got to be football.
Yeah, I used to think that too until Super Bowl 49 when Seattle didn't run the football on the 1 yard line.
That's true.
I don't know, Ronbo.
And you got
I
Marshawn
don't know.
Lynch as your running back. Marshawn Lynch going to get 1 yard
he just
all day.
He just got him 4 yards to play before, Ronbo. On 1st and goal, it was 2nd and goal on that play. At the 5-yard line, he just got him 4 yards.
I don't care. I just
yeah.
There's nothing that can be done. But Tom Brady said. But Tom Brady did say, "Oh, right, I'm going to allow a guy like what's Manning's name? Peyton Manning, not Peyton. Who's the other Manning brother? Eli. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna go ahead and fake and let Eli Manning beat me 2 times. I felt so much better after you said that.
Yeah. And Ronbo, I'm not even gonna say that my Falcons Super Bowl wasn't fixed. How we don't run the ball on 2nd and 3rd down at the 22 and kick the field goal. They was coming back.
I do not.
I can't get over that.
And they cheated at the end. That was not a touchdown. They showed that. I don't know why they let people see that. That close-up showed he did not cross the pylon, and they gave him a touchdown.
It shouldn't have went to overtime, Ronbo. It was over.
Well, to begin with, yeah. That's true.
Yeah. But Ronbo, I saw that the Ravens had this backup guard named John Simpson. He played when Zeitler got hurt. Ronbo, he was holding the mess. He held Chase Young. I thought he was tearing his jersey off. And the referee standing right there didn't call it.
He was holding. He was holding all day. Did you see that one where Nick Bosa was laying on the floor, or laying on the ground? Yeah. Nick just threw his arms out. The dude already had a grip on him and everything. And Nick's, what do I have to do to get a call? And the ref just walked over like he didn't see nothing. I said, you know what? Hope that referee walks off on a curb and a manhole cover, whatever is loose, and he slips all the way down into the poop. Sorry, mother. Okay.
Yeah. And it's funny how all the trolls came out. Who is this MG character?
He don't know nothing about no football. I'm trying to figure out, was that a Cowboy fan or a Rams fan? He just comes in and says some ludicrous, random BS all the time. I don't know who he is. I don't even know. Those guys don't tell you who the team is.
I worked him for a minute, but he won't respond to me. But I've been working with him and another one that I don't know, Jupiter.
Yeah,
77. Who was that?
And that
Jupiter.
Yeah, it probably. And that 808 Cowboy guy. What a clown.
Yeah. But Ronbo, y'all had a bad night. I think when I say you shot yourselves in the foot,
3 or 4
what I mean
times.
by that is penalties.
Yeah.
You shot yourselves in the foot.
100-something
and
yards.
those turnovers will kill you, as you know. I heard you talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, and even
y'all
still,
didn't run the football enough.
Right? And even still, the game didn't get out of hand until midway through, almost through the 3rd quarter. They had already put up 21 points on us. Yeah. I said, well, you 49ers, if you're trying to give them the game, you're doing a great job. You can't turn the ball over like that. And then flags, my Lord, what are you trying to do? So.
And their defense is good, their front seven. I put in your comments during your live show during the game, Ronbo, other than Kyle Hamilton, the 1st-round pick from last year, the strong safety, Ronbo, their secondary sucks. That's the weak link to their defense.
See, and maybe that's why Kyle was trying to bite him up. Maybe. Max the Tax Coach says MG's a Commanders fan. Can you imagine a Commanders fan coming over here talking to us?
Really?
A Commanders fan.
That's all right, because they finna get blasted by you guys in Dallas their last 2 games at home.
Tony.
And the Rams, Prissy Jim Kim, you guys got y'all hopes up. Y'all think the Rams going to the playoffs? The Giants about to beat y'all in New York on Sunday with that defense.
Hey, if they they almost beat the I didn't know. I stopped watching that game because I thought the Eagles were getting ready to wear them out.
Yeah, they came back.
Oh my God.
33-25. They lost by 8 points. And Tyrod Taylor brought them back. And if Tyrod Taylor starts, I know the Rams going to lose because the Giants got a good defense.
Has anybody ever seen Imagine 691-17? Anytime I see a fan, especially 49er fans do this all the time, do Falcons fans do this? When they want to troll, we are not going to do this, or we're not going to do that, or we're not going to do this. I said, you know what? As soon as you said we, I already know that you're a troll.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
Because the Ravens didn't do anything special. Lamar Jackson's not a bad quarterback, but he's certainly not great. Now, what happened tonight had more to do with the 49ers with turnovers and flags. Any team will beat any team if you turn the ball over enough. And the undisciplined flags, we contribute to their 33 points more than they got 33, I think. The 49ers contributed to their 33 points more than they did. So,
33. Yep.
Yeah. The defense is pretty good, though.
You guys are still the number 1 seed. You're going to remain the number 1 seed because all you got to do is just control your own destiny by winning. Detroit's the number 3 seed. Philly's the number 2 seed. Ronbo, I know you want Detroit to lose to Dallas. I think Detroit going to smoke Dallas because they got a better offense.
I can't wait to see that game. There's so many good games next week.
Yeah.
You got Miami, and Miami's not playing no games. They will play.
They play Baltimore.
Yeah, they'll play Baltimore, seriously. I get the feeling the 49ers were clowning that game, but I don't know why they would do that. Anyway, Tony, let me get back here tomorrow. Let's talk some more about this. I'm into conspiracy theories all of a sudden.
And Ronbo,
that hasn't looked that bad all year.
That was Baltimore's last road game. Their last 2 games are at home. They don't have to go on the road no more until they get to the Super Bowl if they get there. The next 2 games are at home.
There you go. Table set.
But I think Buffalo and I think Cleveland. Remember I said Flacco, he's playing behind one of the best offensive lines in football. Cleveland or Buffalo could be Baltimore.
Cleveland's playing some solid ball. Tony, always a pleasure. I'll be back tomorrow. Merry Christmas, fam. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to see tomorrow, though.
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to production. Merry Christmas, Nine Empire. And Ronbo, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Thanks.
And the trolls were in tonight. But
I know. Well, they don't get many opportunities. I feel sorry for them. Let them come in. Rudy's going nuts on Twitter. Oh, he's just having a field day. Anyway. All right, Tony. He is.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Take care.
You too. Oh, Jalen. I was just coming to get you. Remedial Sports, a reminder, Rams scored 31 on Ravens in Baltimore.
Cardinals all irrelevant.
Oh, there he
Rams, y'all bombs. Seahawks have won a ring in 10 years and counting. Damn it, I know that can't be fun. Well, Ronbo, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to all y'all faithful. I know you're feeling good. Went over your grandmama's house, probably ate some good Christmas dinner. Got to watch your 49ers play, you know. Ronbo, one thing I can say for sure, and I've been seeing a couple people say it in the comment section.
Yeah.
This one on Wilkes. I've been people, this was on Wilkes. Nah. Ronbo, the defense could not catch a break.
I was going to say that's correct that right now. That was
4 turnovers.
And Jalen, don't leave the flags out. Don't leave the flag. The flags are contributed to. Oh my God, the flags contributed to Ravens.
Well, Ronbo, the flags usually come once the emotions get high. Once the scores start getting out of hand, things aren't going your way. That's when the flags come. So I knew the flags was gonna start coming.
Oh, they did too. They paraded them.
Started pulling away. Yeah, we tend to start getting a lot of flags when teams start to pull away from us and we get off. Because we start getting emotional. But Ronbo,
you ain't had that many calls all year. That's offensive pass interference, number 11. What? Oh, ref, let me see the replay. That is not. Oh my God.
This isn't on the defense, Ronbo. I mean, most of Lamar's big plays came off of him came off script. I mean, you can't coach against off script. That run that he had, that run where he threw the ball across his body.
Longest of the season.
I mean, it was all off script. So I'm not gonna sit up here and put this on the defense. They were put in a bind multiple times where they had to stop them from past the 30-yard line. This was on the offense. I'm not gonna say Brock. I'm not gonna say Kyle. I'm not gonna say the offensive line. It was on the offense
collective
as a whole. It was the offense. Plain and simple. The offense. Plain and simple. Because could I say it's on Brock before picks? Yeah, I could do that. I could scapegoat him.
A lot of people
do. But why was he throwing the ball that much? I can't put that all on Brock. He didn't ask to throw the ball that much. Kyle, why weren't you running the ball? Offensive line, why weren't y'all blocking so the running game could be better? So this was on the offense as a whole, Ronbo.
And
it wasn't
Kyle,
an individual.
And I'm with you on that, on blaming Kyle. Kyle, why are you that defensive front did the toughest up the middle? Stretch them fat boys out. Kyle, what are you doing? They need Kyle right in the middle. Oh, that offensive line can't handle those guys. So, boy.
Yeah, Ronbo, this was on the offense as a whole. As a whole, I think the offense for weeks was blowing everybody out and needed to get a little humble. You
Come
know?
to think of it, yeah.
Because this is the
They'll
first
reset.
game that we've lost where we had Trent, Debo, McCaffrey, and all of those guys on the field. And, they probably felt like together they was unstoppable. But, Ronbo, I can't put this on the defense. I mean, Ronbo, what the hell you expect them to do?
I did not.
What
You see people saying on the defense?
Four turnovers? Come on, Ronbo. And two of them, you at the 20-yard line. Man, what do you expect?
You cannot turn the ball over that many times in one game and then add the parade of flags and beat any team. Who's the worst team? Jalen, who's the worst team in the league? The Panthers would have beat the 49ers today the way they played.
Yeah, the Panthers might be the Panthers.
I'm telling you, who's worse?
I ain't gonna lie, the Bears pretty bad, Ronbo.
Oh, no, the Bears would have killed us.
Record aside, the Bears.
Yeah, they're pretty bad, but I'm telling you, they would have beat the hell out of us. I mean, really. Because the 49ers, I don't know what they was doing. God.
Ronbo,
the Bears' defense is not bad.
The offense. It was the offense. They got cocky. They thought that they could go out there and just be flashy and do whatever.
And celebrate.
And
it's
put
Christmas.
Up points. And that's not Ronbo. You can't do that. I'm not putting this on the defense. The score will make you want to say the defense, but they got on the 30-yard line on our 30 multiple times off of turnovers. I can't put that on Will.
And Jalen, and they should.
And Lamar's best plays were off script. I can't put that on.
And by the way, Jalen, to add to your argument, the thing is, we put them in good field position on some of them turnovers, and they didn't score 7 every time.
Exactly.
So you know what?
Ronbo.
Yes, the defense did a good job.
But of course, it's on Will. Nobody wants to put it on Brock. I'm not gonna blame Brock. It was offense, straight up offense. Whole offense needed cheeks.
They did.
Ronbo, George
Kittle. Let me do my George Kittle imitation. I've never seen him do that. I don't know what they were doing, but my God, 49, what is wrong with you? Oh.
I don't. It's all good though, Ronbo. And somebody in the comments earlier said, I'm glad we got the bad win out the way or bad loss out the way. Whoever you said that, they must not have been here for that 3-game losing streak. Because Ronbo, this is not a 4-loss team. Hands down, no thinking about it. We really not even a 3. This team should have lost at least 2 games this year.
Maybe 3.
At least.
I mean,
maybe 3.
Jake Moody missed that Cleveland Browns game. Is a 49ers game to win. They had that.
Ronbo,
Jake was standing right
that
there.
Vikings game. We shouldn't have won that lost the Vikings game.
I'm trying to get over that Vikings game, and you had to remind me of that. Every time Cousins threw the ball, he had a reception. I said, "What are we doing on defense? Why is everybody Cousins with 9 or 10 or 11, 12 throws in a row, all connected? What the fuck? What is this?"
Ronbo, you seriously telling me that you thought that this was going to be a 4-loss team?
No. I'm saying 3 at the most. But 4.
3 at the man. 3 is pushing it. I thought 2. I thought maybe we was gonna lose to either the Bengals or the Ravens.
Yeah, right.
I was going to say the Bengals lose to the Eagles. Maybe.
Yeah,
Eagles,
maybe right. I counted the Eagles game too. I knew we were going to beat the Cowboys, but the Bengals flat out kicked our ass. There's no doubt about that. I'll concede to that anytime. But everybody else, come on, man. They got away. And that goes to the Ravens too. I don't care what anybody says. They were cakewalk. They got
You can't, and some of those picks, can't put them on Brock.
I ain't gonna do it. Them tips. Oops. Oh, the Ravens got it. Well, of course, you idiot. You didn't look what you did. Okay. Jalen, let me call it. Let me see the ball, fam. Look at this. We can do that. I can do this for 2 or 3 hours. I'm so mad about some of the offensive silliness. What were they doing? I hadn't played that bad all year. Why today? Anyway. All right. Jalen? Jalen didn't give us. Anyway, Rams, Hawks, and Cardinals, you know what he was going to say. Take that. And for all you trolls from other teams, give me a break. Your team is what? God, What I think I like about a troll that hasn't been able to beat the 49ers, or is it? I mean, I might take flack from a Raven fan, a Browns fan, or maybe even a Vikings fan. But the rest of you clowns, that your team is butt cheeks and you haven't beaten the 49ers, you got beat by the 49ers, what the hell are you talking to? Crawl away. And Cowboy fans, you better not be in here. Hey, 808 Cowboy fan, are you serious? Are you serious? My God, your team sucks. You can't beat a team over 500. I'm out of here, fam. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for calling, Juicy fam. I will see you tomorrow, and we're going to talk more about 49er football. Don't forget to hit that. Don't forget to subscribe so I can find you. Get the notifications. And hit like. I got to wind it up really good, you know. Wait a minute, is MG a Commander fan? Are you serious? Oh.